What's going on, guys? This episode is brought to you by TrueClassicTees.com. And as you can see, this is the best fitting, most comfortable tee on the market. So a lot of times I want to go out and I need a t-shirt or a v-neck or a long body or something to wear that it doesn't necessarily have any type of writing on it or any emblem, any logo. And I can never find the right fitting shirt. It's always some kind of cotton shirt that looks really baggy or doesn't fit right. Or after wearing it for a few hours or an hour, it just gets all loose and shitty feeling. True Classics keep their form. As you can see, it fits a little bit snug in the shoulders, a little bit snug in the arms, but loose on the body. So whether you're in shape or out of shape, it's going to look good on you. And I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. So if you take a look at this video, you'll see that a regular shirt versus a True Classic shirt and the fit, right? This guy's not necessarily in the best shape, but with the True Classic shirt, looks way better on him than this baggy shirt that's all like wrinkled and loose fitting. Also, if you want to go to their website, it's trueclassictees.com/RBP for 25% off. You see all the different shirts they have. These are all the tees. And as you go down, you get some collared shirts and you get some long sleeves and some long bodies. And then you also get bottoms. They also have different types of joggers, shorts, and they even have boxers and stuff like that. Guys, get 25% off at trueclassictees.com/RBP or use code RBP at checkout to get 25% off. You will not be disappointed. Best feeling material I have tried on a regular tee. Ben, what's going on?
Hey man, how are you?
I didn't make a coffee today. Should I go make a coffee?
Sure, why not? I don't know.
I had a caffeine pill today and a coffee. I don't feel like I should have another coffee. I think
I was gonna have another. I made a tea instead because I had 2 coffees already. So
does that mean you're healthier?
Yeah, of course. Much healthier.
Tea healthier than coffee? Not really. It's less caffeine.
Yeah. If we're talking about caffeine basis, then yes. It's less caffeine.
I think I'm getting more and more addicted to coffee. I've been having like 2 a day at least.
I thought you were on a lot anyway.
Well, I always had at least 1 coffee a day for like the last couple of years, but now it's getting like 2, sometimes 3. I'm like,
how much is that Starbucks order costing you? That's like $25 a day, right? It's expensive. I know the way you get coffee, it's expensive.
Evan has been giving me shit about it, so I've been trying to make more coffees at home.
Oh, okay. If you think about it, how many if you went like through accumulated all your Starbucks receipts across the years, you know what's
even worse about it? It's on my phone. You know how you like scan on your phone when you get there? And my phone is set to refill every time it goes to 0. Or it gets to once it gets to like $10, it adds another $25. So I don't even know what I'm spending. I just go there and like give them my phone and it just
but it'll the way you go through it, it needs replacing like every damn day at this rate.
It's like every couple days.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, you're probably easily doing what, $500 or $600 a month on Starbucks,
no,
right? 500.
No.
Well, think about it. What's an average? What's an average conservative order?
Okay, once a day. The most I spend is $300 a month, max.
You sure?
Yeah, because it's like for me and Summer to both have a coffee is $10. Okay. And if I go every day, that's $300. Okay. But I don't go every day, so it's probably like $150.
But sometimes you do doubles. It kind of evens out, right?
I don't know what the fuck my deal. I gotta stop going there though. I'm gonna stop going. I'm gonna cut it down to like twice a week. Anyway, Samson, how are you? How's everything going?
I'm good, man.
I keep telling everybody. I
heard you guys going into a bit of trouble.
Trouble. we don't get in trouble. We are bodybuilding. We can say whatever the fuck we want.
I don't know what it was about. Like, with every show that happens, everybody gives their opinion on what they think is going to happen in the show. Yeah. And you go over and say it as how did you perform when you perform. Everybody's going to have their favorites. Everybody's going to have things to see. It's just the sport.
Yeah.
So I don't know why this one had to touch a lot of feelings all of a sudden, because this is the first time. It won't be the last.
This one caught fire.
It's funny you say that, Samson, because I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, we literally critique everyone.
Everybody.
And for some reason, this one was uncritiquable.
I mean, think about it. Even like when I did the Arnold earlier this year, I heard the feedback, like everything going into the Arnold. And some of you was like, God damn, really? You know, I felt a bit wound up about it. I thought, you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm going to show you on stage. And that's it. That's where it ends. Yeah. You go to, you get pissed off, you work your ass off, and you go on stage and you prove them wrong. Yeah. That's where it ends. Because this is a sport. It would be absolutely ridiculous to have a sport where you think, all they're going to do is sing your praises and not tell you anything other than
look. If it was as cut and dry as the hype would have you believe, we shouldn't have a show then. Just tell us who wins.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are we doing? You just tell me who the top 10 is going to be then, and we'll leave it alone. I won't bother going to Vegas. Yeah. It's going to cost me a ton of money anyway. So fine, just tell me.
Samson, I think people are overlooking, and I saw a post by Who's the Best Bodybuilder, which is a good page. He makes all these comparisons with different bodybuilders. It's actually really fun. And I saw one with Blessing and Andrew, and I was like, and it said, which Nigerian is going to win, or which Nigerian is better. And I'm like, I think you're forgetting the scariest Nigerian, and it's Samson. So, and people are like, oh, you're just saying that because he's your athlete. I'm like, no, saying that because he weighs 330 fucking pounds at 5'11". So what do you think about that, man? What do you think about the hype and what's going on?
It always happens, man. It's happened for as long as I've been in bodybuilding.
Yeah.
You don't pay attention to it because the ends up driving you nuts. You end up thinking, why the hell are they not remembering me? Whatever. But then I always realize that what he does is, it always fuels me. Yeah. Especially when they forget about you.
Yeah.
So when you walk out on that stage, it's almost like a gotcha. You know, that smile of like, oh, you forgot something, didn't you?
Yeah.
There's a feeling about that. So for me, you know, you got to maybe take those things and use it into something positive, use it into something that you could work with. Not sit there and feel bitter and feel like, hey, what happened to me? So yeah.
James, what's going on with the glasses, dude?
Blue lights.
But why James just got 10 years younger, by the way. James now looks 10 years younger.
But why
like Charlie? Wait, he looks like Charlie Bronson when he was 25 years old.
But why that shape?
Leon the Professional.
Is that like a British thing? The circles? Like
no, Leon the Professional, the film.
Who's Leon the Professional? What are you talking
Matilda?
About?
Leon, you know the film where he's just the hitman.
John Reno
with Natalie Portman, where she's got a shaved head.
I was thinking John Lennon.
No.
John Lennon's a shout.
Leon the Professional, bro. Come on.
This guy?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I've seen this movie. That's a good movie.
It's so good. It's a great movie.
Is it Natalie Portman? It's Natalie Portman, right?
Yeah, it's her first film she did.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is old. I remember this. Yeah.
I love this film. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah. I might watch it tonight.
I was just thinking that. I'm going to do that.
James.
Good. How's everyone? Samson, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. How you doing, man? How's the prep?
I'm good. You just look humongous, bro. You need to calm down. There's not much space around you. The camera's just...
You need to calm down.
James, me and Ben owe you an apology.
No, you don't. Shut up. Fuck all them lot.
Not a real apology. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm just saying though. But just fuck, like, you know, the internet and the people who you act.
You called it 100%. You were like, he's that special, and we didn't believe you.
Yeah, but you know, it's like bodybuilding is very hard to see scale until you see scale.
Yeah. Oh, you're saying because you saw him
because a lot of Andrew's strength is his stature. And it's you can't see it unless
that's what I said. Once he stood on stage or even backstage, I text you boys. Once I stood there, I'm like, the size discrepancy. Because, you know, he's around my height, so I lose perspective on things.
Yeah.
Now, then you stand him next to Kuklo in the lineup, and I was like, okay, he's
a giant man.
He was a lot bigger than Kuklo, which was very surprising to me.
Yeah. It was, I didn't like that Kuklo look.
No, but regardless, I think even if Kuklo was on, he was just a taller, bigger man, which was surprising because like my original prediction was Kuklo first, Andrew second, but that's because I thought they were the same size.
Yeah.
And then when you see them on stage, you're like, wait a minute, he's kind of taller and bigger.
But that's what I mean. I think I still predicted Andrew to win. I said I think he's likely to do well here.
Yeah.
It was Martin that I didn't. No one predicted shit from
Martin.
Martin.
Looked incredible. Well,
like,
yeah,
hats off to Martin.
Yeah, Martin looked really good,
especially in the back shots.
The back was ridiculous, and I tell you, I don't know if I didn't watch the live stream, so I don't know if it translated, but it's very difficult to have a thick back on a rear lat spread, right? Because you spread it and you know what I mean. You spread it out.
You mean the depth of it?
Yeah. The thickness that he has in that mid back when he pulls a rear lat spread was very like I'm 10 foot away, and I was like, "Fuck, that's really
very impressive."
Yeah, the day before.
I think he was for me the surprise of the show in a good way. So thumbs up to him.
Yeah.
I don't know if you agree, James, but I said there were certain times where I was looking at it being like, this is close. They could give it to Martin on completeness, on condition. There are a few things that Andrew's size was so dominant. That's what took him the win. But Martin, another show, could have won.
If you ask for the ideal bodybuilding look, people would go Martin was perfect. It's just then you get an alien added to the mix, and Andrew literally is an alien.
Andrew's aesthetics.
And then that's it. That's the only thing. Now the only time this happens is when someone comes in who is literally different kind of person.
Yeah. It's very rare that we see a guy that tall with that size quads.
Yeah.
With that, and his ab structure is very detailed, blocky abs, and like not blocky in a bad way, but like thick abs that are very detailed,
very present. Yeah.
You know, it's just something Roman pointed out, and I noticed it a little bit when everyone else turns to the rear and pulls a back double. You know how a lot of guys are here, right?
They stick their stomach out so the back looks better.
This guy's stomach was just board, like just as flat as a board. He's putting the rear double and it's flat.
Yeah,
like he's got a great midsection.
He's very impressive. He's very impressive. I definitely want to see what he looks like next to the top 6, but I'm actually more interested to see what he looks like in at the Arnold UK. James,
James,
how do you feel about that? Because now we have,
I don't mind, bro.
No, I know you don't mind, but now the Arnold UK is really interesting because now people know what to expect from Martin. And then we have Andrew and we have you and Mark Hector's recent pictures look really good. So it's turning out to be like a really strong show.
Very good show.
Yeah.
Very good show. Incredible.
I'll say this about Martin. I'm not sure where he can improve within a prep season.
Yeah, we said that on the last podcast. I think that's the best Martin we're going to see this year. Because maybe he needs a little more width on his lats. You know, I think Guy said that Branch said that Martin's quads flattened out from the front, so maybe that could be a little better for the next show. I guess that's just that's what Branch said.
I mean, if you look at how sharp he was from the back, like the hamstrings and the glutes, there wasn't that same level of detail and crispness on the quad.
Yeah.
So if we're being picky, but I think most of what Martin needs to improve, he needs more time in the off season.
Yeah. You're not going to do it in 2 months. Yeah.
No, well, not even that. Is it 2 months? Like 6 weeks, right?
Yeah. So, James, you're doing Italy first.
No, I'm not going to do Italy.
You're not going to do Italy now?
No, I can't.
When is Italy? 4 weeks?
And because they couldn't announce the show location for so long, I'm doing bodybuilding when it suits me, if I'm honest. And I was like, if you can't get a fucking if we can't announce where it is, I'm not gonna stress myself to logistically fit around it. So I'll do instead of that, I'll do France, which is after.
Oh, so France is a week after the Arnold?
Yeah. So it's still a Yamamoto Cup show, so it's good. You know, hopefully they like the idea of me doing it.
That's super easy as well. It's like 1 hour from London.
I'm putting myself before bodybuilding this year in regards to I've always been chasing the date.
Yeah.
Whereas now I'm chasing the look, and then the date can fit around my look. You know. So that's how I feel these.
The Arnold UK is the first one up, and that's what, 6 weeks?
Yeah. Which I know also that our guys here would rather be my debut this year, if I'm honest, like the promoters and it. Yeah. So.
Samson?
Yeah.
How much bigger are you going to get? When do you start your prep? September. So you still got what, 3 weeks, 2 weeks to
3 weeks.
Put on how much more weight?
Well, I want to officially be 330. I'm 328 at the moment.
You have 2 pounds to go.
Well, I want to get that and then hold up on that until September to start prepping from there.
How much are you eating right now at 328, Samson?
Got to be a lot, surely.
It's about 7,500 calories.
Oh, fuck me.
And it's clean as well, I assume.
Yeah,
A lot of it's pretty clean.
That's what makes it harder, right? Because it's like all rice and potatoes and stuff like that. So
much volume.
Potatoes. God, potatoes on 7,500 will be rough.
Look. Like I showed this on the last podcast, but I can't get over that at 330 pounds to be in that condition.
Yeah, amazing. Crazy.
You know, I never really expected that, like, because we saw set to go coming into the prep, like coming to off season, that we just want to put on a low size and see what happens, and then just see how far we can push it. But I didn't think I was going to get anywhere near that. So we even say to the 30, we were like, well, let's just see, if you get close, it'll be good.
Yeah.
So we kind of, as we went on, and he was kind of like, we've seen and going, you're not putting on shitloads of fat for that. Yeah. So we're like, okay, let's keep pushing and let's see what happens.
What was your peak weight before?
310 was the heaviest I've got before.
Oh, so it's quite a big difference. Okay.
Are you worried about, and this is only my bro science, but sometimes I always feel like the longer you can hold weight, the more it'll translate to stage. So are you worried that the weight has gone up and a lot of it's going to come off, or are you going to be able to hold a lot of it?
The first time you hit a peak like that, it always comes up quite quickly when you start traveling.
Yeah.
It's next year when you go to it a second time.
Yeah.
That's when it becomes more stable and more sort of like matured and stuff like that. So it's not something that we solve. I mean, you still get to hold a bit of it from now, but it's more, okay, if I can get to it now, it means I'm always going to be able to get to it.
Yeah, of course.
And
what was...
The more you do it, the more you feel at it.
Sorry, Samson.
Like the more you get to that weight, the more comfortable you feel at it, because this hasn't been comfortable.
Yeah. How uncomfortable. I remember seeing you in Orlando. You're fucking uncomfortable.
Put it this way, right? Since Orlando, right? I take a walking stick to walk my dog.
Yeah. Oh, are you serious?
Yeah. The back pump is insane.
That's next level commitment.
That's it. Because honestly, we went to Paris like this weekend, and
I saw the pictures. Yeah,
I thought I was gonna die. I was like, this is just not right. You're trying to walk around Paris, and every 5 steps you got to sit down and wait for a bit. He was like, okay, this is horrible. So that's uncomfortable.
Is that your first time in Paris?
No, that's my missus' first time. That was my second time.
Okay. This is something I could never do when I was bigger.
Oh, what? Go to a football game? Just
sit in a fucking normal seat for a long period of time. Fuck that.
Oh, dude, it's nothing compared to like the looks you get. It's like, as bodybuilders, we get looks, right? And it's always like, oh man, look at that guy, he's big. Look at that guy.
Yeah.
When you get to a certain point, you just get the look you get. It's almost like, what the hell is that? Like it's almost like they look at you like this grotesque, this human being walking past. Like, oh.
But I think that's France though. The people in France, I noticed when I went to Paris, because I went to Paris 3 times with SciTech. Yeah. And I noticed the looks you get in France are different than the looks you get in Germany. People in France would look at us like we were just disgusting. Oh. So I kind of get it, but
Germany accepts the bodybuilding culture a bit more, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, maybe just because I was around FIBO, I don't know, but it didn't seem as bad. But I have to give you some props, man. Doing this kind of stuff with your girl. We just had a question on yesterday's podcast about how to it was kind of like, how do you keep your girl happy, or my girl's not happy with bodybuilding, blah, blah, blah. And I was saying, like, you got to do this kind of stuff when you're not prepping to keep them happy, so that when you're prepping, you can focus.
And this is it, because I know prep is coming up soon. And I know it's going to be okay, all about me, all about Olympia, all about keeping my sanity and me lashing out and all that stuff. We all know how it goes in prep. So it's almost like these periods, when you have these periods, you got to make the best of it now. So you kind of make them remember that you're actually a normal person before prep. Just to sort of have to call back on and say, okay, it wasn't like that before prep. So he's like, use the advantage, use the moment now to sort of do things. Because once prep starts, obviously the dickhead mode comes in and everybody's like, yeah. So it's almost like you gotta play that part.
You're a little different than the rest of us, though, man. I noticed when we traveled in Orlando and in Texas and stuff, it doesn't bother you at all, and you don't miss any meals. You don't you seem very nonchalant about the whole thing.
Yeah, well, what am I supposed to be bothered about?
I don't know, man. Like me and James talk about this all the time. Like when you're out of your element, it just feels. I don't know if James, you still feel this way, but for me, when I was out of my element, I always felt like anxious that I was doing something wrong.
Yeah, no, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Didn't you spend most of your bodybuilding career doing stuff?
And that's
anyway.
That's why I'm probably used to it, because I was always in a position where, I was doing normal jobs and I wasn't surrounded by bodybuilders or the bodybuilding scene. So you have to learn to sort of adapt and plan your day accordingly. So coming out of this now, it's almost like, it's
no breeze now.
It's probably easier now, yeah.
But it's also easier for Samson because he leaves his chicken out all day long. He doesn't ever refrigerate anything.
I don't have to eat all my meals fresh.
I don't do that though. If I cook them in the morning, they don't have to be cold.
Fuck you guys. You know what? I'm paranoid.
Okay, do you know what Luke used to use for a cooler bag?
No.
A plastic bag from the supermarket.
But how long would he leave the food out? All day?
No. You carry around all day.
Okay.
He would carry around a carrier bag.
I
want us to have their 6-pack cooler bags.
Yeah.
Luke and I would have for life bags,
they're like canvas plastic, whatever. Yeah,
we just carry around those. We would have food in them for the day.
All right, James, come on, man, you got to side with me on this one.
I will maximum now take my next 2 meals out. That's it.
Yeah, that's how I am. That's valid, right? Like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, if I will take a third meal if it's in an ice an ice box.
But that's my point. Is James?
If you're out all day,
I'm going to tell you a story. So we left Toronto. Wait a second. We left Toronto to drive to Windsor, and Samson put his food in the back of this hot fucking van. No air conditioning. And we left in the morning, and we drove all fucking day, and then got to my house like 4 or 5 hours. Oh no, wait, we went to the doctor first.
Yeah,
hang on. But was it hot when he put it in there though?
Listen, just hear me out for a second, please. Even if it was cold, let's say it was cold in the fridge. Samson puts it in a fucking cooler bag with no ice. And then he puts it in the back of the van. That's a hot van with no air conditioning. It's like a delivery van.
I would do that.
No. Hear me out. Then we leave the hotel. We go to see the doctor. The doctor does PRP and all this stuff on Samson. It's like 2 or 3 hours. We leave there. We drive all the way to Windsor. It's another 4 hours. So now we're 7-8 hours. This bag is sitting in the back of a hot fucking van. We get home. He takes it out, doesn't put it in the fridge, leaves it on the counter, and starts eating it. And I'm like, that fucking chicken has been in the back of a hot fucking van for fucking like 8 hours.
I did the fresh check, okay, and it was fresh.
I would.
It was all right.
That's what I would do.
Would you?
Yeah.
I've had food poisoning too many times, man.
Dude, do you know what Denise does? Denise takes her Tupperware and she puts it on the dashboard of the truck so it warms it up while we go out. I'm not kidding. She'll put it on the dashboard. Yeah.
She wants extra bacteria. That's what she wants.
We go into the store to shop and she's sitting there waiting for her on the.
Oh no.
I'm just thinking about what would Chris Tuttle say.
Chris would be mortified.
What would he say right now?
So James, you refrigerate your shit, right? Or you have it on ice?
Yeah. So what I would do is I would cook my food so it's hot, and I would take out 2 meals that are hot. But if I was to have any more than if I need a third or a fourth meal, they would have been previously cooled and in a cool box for sure.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I am human.
Samson and
but
Nick.
You microwave though, but then you got to look for a microwave.
No, I don't microwave my food.
Just eat it cold. I eat it cold.
Yeah.
No, I hate cold food. I don't like cold food.
Yeah, but would you rather have cold food?
You guys are burning them. You guys are probably burning the bacteria out of it.
It stays warm. There's no difference having like a buffet and then having them in the hot things and keeping them warm all day.
It is different.
No, it's no different.
It's totally different.
Why? Because if I make my food and I put it in somewhere when it's warm and I take it out and I'm in Texas and it stays warm, what's the difference?
Because the fucking buffet temperature is way hotter than sitting in a plastic bag in the back of a fucking storage van.
And it's kept. It's what's the word? Monitored. It's regulated as well.
Yeah,
really.
Samson knows.
Wait, no,
Samson, you for sure shit your pants the day after.
Wait, the buffets that I've been to have a little fucking candle underneath the hot place. They're not controlled.
Yeah, they're not controlled.
Okay, anyway, Samson and Nick are fucking barbarian. Nick did the same thing. You know what Nick did in fucking Tennessee? We got chicken. He took it out. Oh no. We went to a barbecue for work. And we got food, and then they gave Nick food when we left. So we left there at like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. This is food that was cooked at like 5 o'clock. It was never refrigerated. They gave Nick some chicken because he needed some extra food. We got back to the fucking Airbnb and he left it on the counter. And I'm like, I went to bed before them. So I'm like, okay, he's probably going to put it in the fridge. I fucking went to bed. I got up in the morning. It was still sitting on the counter. And I'm like, oh, maybe he's not going to eat it. He's going to throw it away or something. I don't know. He fucking gets up and he packs it in his food bag. I'm like, Nick, you're not going to fucking eat that, are you? He's
Don't
like,
waste that food. Man.
he's like, of course. He's like, of course I am. I'm like, you're going to fucking get yourself food poisoning. I'm sitting on the counter all night.
But did he? He didn't get sick.
But I just don't understand how that works. I'd be a wreck.
This. Yeah, I will say this. I am more cautious of the rice than I am the meat.
Yeah, the rice.
Because I have found that it's the rice that when it gets warm and starts to sweat that gives me the bug.
More bacteria. Rice is the big one. Rice bacteria will grow on rice much quicker than anything else. Yeah,
that's my understanding.
Whatever the fuck it is, man. You guys are insane. I'm surprised all of you don't have diarrhea all the time.
Maybe because we used it so much.
Sorry. Yeah, we have stronger immune systems because of your little pussy. You have a little pussy stomach. It can't handle it.
I have a sensitive stomach.
This food is 2 hours old. I can't touch it. I'm gonna die. Oh, it's terrible.
So Samson, I've been riding my fucking bike every day all summer.
Oh, nice.
I got like 3,000 kilometers on it now.
I saw you got the little ticket thing that says
I'm into bikes. They gave me one.
No, man.
So am I into bikes yet?
How long has it been?
I got 3,000 kilometers on my bike. It's been like 4 months.
All right. You're sort of getting there.
James, do you hear this shit? Samson said.
So what makes you? How long do you have to be into bikes to be into bikes?
That's what I asked Samson. He said like 5 years.
Okay.
Do you know what? But the funny thing is, I remember being sat on my back porch and talking about bikes with you before, and you were just like, you turned your nose up at it.
Exactly.
This year. No. That was this year. That was this year. It
doesn't take quite much to catch like the bike.
I'm into bikes. He just doesn't happen. You don't know.
I used to rave about bikes, and he's like, no.
I'm into bikes now.
Okay,
thank you.
Can I defend myself for a second? The reason I used to turn my nose up to it is because I didn't have one, so I was like, I can't.
It's the same thing.
I can't relate.
It's the same story as Andrew Jack. You hated him before, and now you're on the hype train. Like, can you make your fucking mind up?
I love Andrew Jack. You know what the saddest part about the Andrew Jack thing is, I think he's upset with me, even though I didn't say anything bad. So that's the worst part about it is this whole thing.
Right. Let's get him on the show. He'll be all right.
Yeah.
Is he upset? Or is it just you reading into it?
Maybe it's probably just me reading into it.
Andrew's a chill guy, man. He's well chill.
I'm sure.
Can we please?
He seemed like a good guy when I spoke to him. So
I need to solve this dilemma here. Am I into bikes or not into bikes?
You're getting there.
I think you're into bikes.
You want to be into bikes.
I think that's enough. Though.
I think James is fucking right. Like James, if I go buy all the like Frank went and bought all the PlayStation stuff and all like the gear to play fucking video games.
But to me, that's someone that's trying to like bikes, right? When you turned up and you had the Harley backpack, I was like,
oh no,
I like the backpack.
Like as somebody that's biked, I looked at that and was like, oh, he's trying to be into bikes. That's what I saw.
No, but I just like the backpack.
Okay.
I was at Harley. They were fixing my bike, and I was like, I need something to put my gym clothes in. I need something to put my gym clothes in when I'm riding to and from the gym.
And you don't. Okay.
I don't have a backpack. I don't have like a backpack. I had like a duffel bag, and I'm not going to ride. I'm with you
because you're in that excitement period. Because I'm there with skating at the minute. I've bought like 5 pairs of skates in the last week. Yeah. So, and I haven't been on any of them. I'm not going to be on any of them for months. But I've bought the skates. I've bought beanie hats. I've bought fucking accessories. So, and I'm into skates. I might not put them on yet, but I fucking love them. So who gives a fuck?
Yeah. I thank you, James.
James, how long have you been gaming though? Like, think about gaming. How long have you been gaming?
Oh God, since the Nintendo Entertainment System.
There you go. Into gaming. You're into gaming.
But so I have to own a motorcycle.
And Samson, I did used to skate.
What? What'd you say, Samson?
Because he didn't pick it up yesterday. Something like you're getting into. I'm quite into it yet. You're trying to
you're the guy, you're the newbie that's walked into the gym at 130 pounds. You're like, yeah, I'm a bodybuilder now. I'm like, you got a gym membership.
No,
you got a gym membership.
That's not true. That's not true. I didn't say I didn't say I can race bikes and I'm like the best motorcycle rider ever. I just said I'm into bikes.
No, I didn't say you're the best bodybuilder in the world. I just said now you're a bodybuilder.
But, okay, that's a perfect example because I said this to Samson. If a kid sees a bodybuilder, so let's say he sees Samson in person, right? Mm-hmm. And he's like, "Oh, Samson's that guy's a freak. I don't even know who that guy is. I want to go find out." So he goes on the internet, finds out who Samson is. Then he starts going to buy magazines. Buys a Flex magazine. Like a week later, he's got a pair of shoes. He's got some lifting shoes. He's got straps. He's like, "I want to go work out." Is that kid not into bodybuilding? How is he not into body? If he all of a sudden saw Samson, he's like, bodybuilding's fucking awesome. Buys all the magazines, starts researching all the guys. He's like following all the shows.
Because longevity matters too.
Yeah, but what is this barrier of entry that you guys have? Like, you can't be into bodybuilding unless you've been doing it for.
I don't have a barrier of entry. I'm coming off. I'm coming away from the barrier of entry.
It's a hobby that you can change at any time. And
I think you guys have a massive ego, and you're like, this is our thing, and you can't be part of it unless you've invested the same amount of time that we have. And I'm like, no, it's an open door. If you love bodybuilding, you don't have to love bodybuilding for 10 years. You can love bodybuilding for 10 days and be like, I love bodybuilding.
Nah, see, this is the thing. This is like dating a girl, and after 3 months, you're like, I love her. And you're like, well, settle down. Then a year later, you break up. Right?
But you can love her and then not love her. You don't have to love her forever.
So you're into biking and you love it, but only on it's a day-by-day basis.
So what if I said to you, okay, take this example. What if I said to you, I'm into bodybuilding now. I just saw Samson 3 months ago, and I'm fucking in an off season, and I'm going to compete next year. And the guy does one. Wait a minute. Just wait a minute. And the guy does one show, and he says, "You know what? I'm not into bodybuilding anymore." Does that mean he was never into bodybuilding?
Yeah.
No, he fucking did everything. He's in it for a year. He's loved it, and then he's like, kind of got away from it now.
For the wrong reasons. He was doing it because he thought he wanted to be cool, and then he gave up on it.
So you fucking idiots think that if you like something, you have to like it for the rest of your life, or it doesn't count?
Well, do you say you're into it, not just to like it? I mean,
yeah. To say you're a biker, and yeah,
I didn't say I'm a biker. I said I'm into bikes.
They're not going to let you win this one. They're not going to let you just win this one.
But you can't dispute the fact that when you were at my house, we were talking about cars and bikes, and you were I'm not really into bikes. You said that.
Well, the thing with you, but this is the thing. It's like having a kid, right? So I can't. No. Listen. So I can't have kids, so I'm not into kids. But if tomorrow the doctor was like, "Yeah, we can get your wife pregnant and you can have kids," I would be fucking into kids. So the thing with the bike was I didn't have a bike, so I was like, "Yeah, I'm not really into bikes." But now that I got one, I'm like, "Yeah."
Okay, so you did say you weren't into bikes.
Yeah, but not for the reason you think.
So yes, is the answer. Okay, that's
but you know, as well, I will say this: people change as they grow a little bit older and wiser.
Thank you, James, for being the reasonable.
I like the fact that you're into bikes now. I like it.
There's no quotation. It's just
You're not gonna have an easy time on this one.
I just don't like
until you get the Harley Davidson crest.
I'm gonna get a brand.
You're not into bikes.
So listen, this is why this argument bothers me, because there's a barrier. I used to feel like this when I was younger, right? There are people that have very large egos, and I was one of them, so I'm not talking about anybody specific, that think if you put in a certain amount of time in bodybuilding, that you are more of a bodybuilder than somebody who put in less time. And that's true to a certain degree, but there's no arbiter of bodybuilding. There is no person that is the guy who can say, I give you a stamp of approval. You're into bodybuilding, or you're into this thing, or you're into, there's nobody that is the arbiter that oversees it all. Somebody could be into bodybuilding for 2 months and it'd be like, yeah, not really my thing.
I think if we all truly allow our egos to be, I think if we all truly allow our egos to go to one side, then we would be more like that. It's ego. It's our egos.
It is your ego, because when you
because we're defensive. Because we're defensive when we've done something for a long time and someone else wants a piece of the pie, and it's very easy for us as people to be like, "What the fuck? No, this is what I do."
That's my point.
By the way, I'm purely fucking winding him up here, and I know you are.
But I know with
if you go to the gym, if you go to the gym and you diet and you bodybuild, do a bodybuilding show, then yes, you live the life. Look, you don't even have to compete. If you live the lifestyle and you diet and you train, you're bodybuilding.
But Samson's not winding me up.
the last 3 months, man. Don't even go there.
Just joking.
No. My gripe was the fact that you said this year I'm not into bikes. That was where I was like,
it was more a symptom of not being able to have a bike. Now I'm different.
You never.
I only say the horrible things when I'm having a bad day.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I get that
So if
too.
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like pretending to be a bodybuilder? It's normally just because I've had a shit day and I don't really mean it.
No, well, there is
That's
people
how
that
most
are.
people do.
I mean, look, the thing about pretending to be a bodybuilder, the people I would put that label on are the people that don't actually love bodybuilding, but they might love the
Attention.
I got this attention because I'm doing this thing. Like, if I'll put it this way, for the four of us, if the internet disappeared tomorrow, we would still be bodybuilding.
I would actually prefer bodybuilding.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because we actually love bodybuilding. So when we say that guy's a wannabe or a poser or something, it's not because it's only if I would only say that to somebody if I felt like they were doing it for a different reason than actual love for like the process.
Yeah, well, what happens when the cameras are off? Because that's why this is why I train at Jordan's, because I don't want to be around anything. I just want to bodybuild like in its purest form.
Yeah. But when it comes to like the way somebody looks or like how much they lift and all that, you can be into bodybuilding and be 140 pounds as long as you're doing it like 100%.
Yeah, and you have the passion.
Right?
No,
You have the
I
passion.
get messages all the time from people that have an Instagram account with no followers, nothing on it. And they're like, oh, hey man, I wanted to get in touch with you from coaching. I bodybuild, I've been competing for 10 years. I just didn't have Instagram.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to contact you, right?
Yeah.
Those guys are bodybuilders.
Well,
like, who gives a fuck about posting
you know what?
shit? And
I use the example of the guy back in 2015, I was training in Toronto at a world gym. There was a gentleman who's a little bit older, really big, like big, thick guy, right? Him and his wife would come in. He'd come in, like I'd go in the morning, do my cardio at like 6 a.m. He'd be there fucking squatting like 5-6 plates. He was more of like a power lifter bodybuilder, but that guy never fucking talked to anybody, didn't film a set, didn't wear a tank top. He was always covered up. To me, that's a bodybuilder. He's like,
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
If anything, more so than a lot of what we see today.
That's right. That's right. So,
well, I had a bunch of people message because obviously Roman was here for the week.
Yeah.
And we trained together. I didn't train all the time with him, but I trained with him about 4 sessions.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't post. I mean, we took a picture after, but I didn't post any videos and that. And everyone's like, "What's up?" I'm like, "Hey, we're just enjoying like training and being and having fun. Like, why can't I just live a life? Why can't I live my life without it being plastered all over Instagram?"
Absolutely.
Sometimes it's nice. Actually, I think I just had this conversation with Justin because I was saying, I need to get some videos for Hostile, and he said, sometimes I just don't want to turn the camera on. I just want to go in and work out. And I get that 100%. Sometimes you just want to leave your phone in your bag and not even, pretend it doesn't exist.
Absolutely. But sometimes it's hard work sometimes, man.
Yeah. So Samson,
yeah.
I've been outdoors the last 4 weekends at different national parks. Can I consider myself outdoorsy like you?
I ain't even saying nothing about it. What do you reckon? What do you reckon there? You know what? He didn't even mention how this whole thing started in the first place. Because this all started. This is where it all went wrong. Because
he's going to lie to you right now, James.
Oh, really? No, let me tell them how you all started. Okay, you were in Canada or Toronto, and we were having breakfast, right? And we were kind of just talking and just kind of speaking about things. And I said, I'm really into cars, I'm really into, going outdoors and all that stuff. And he was like, I'm into my bikes as well. And I was like, okay, all right, cool. I got a client that he has loads of bikes and he's really into like his Triumphs and all these bikes and he's really big into it. And he's like, I really love that. I really like bikes. Okay, I'm like, okay, understand. He's a bike guy. Cool. So we go off and then I meet the other guys. And he's like, Fouad is saying about his bikes. And they go, he only got into it like 3 months ago. And I'm
3
like,
weeks? No, 3 weeks.
Oh, 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago, yeah.
I'm like, but he told me he's into bikes.
I am into bikes.
And I'm like, oh no, he only started riding 3 weeks ago. He only did his first bike. So I'm like, I called him out and I'm like, dude, you told me you're into bikes. You only started riding 3 weeks.
I am into bikes.
But then you see, he was already making the claim of, well, I'm a bike guy.
I did not. Wait a minute. This is where he's lying. This is how
it started. Like, he's one of them guys that, they just got the gym yet. They haven't really been to the gym yet, but they're already going around there. Yeah, I'm a gym
It's the
rat.
same thing. He's only been going outdoors just so he can say to you, "I've been outdoors the last 4 weekends." It doesn't count, mate. It doesn't fucking count.
This is where he's lying, James. He's making
yeah.
it seem like no, listen. He's making it seem like I was comparing myself to his bike friend collector, and I wasn't. I was just saying that was cool.
because that's when it grinds people's gears. Is when
I was
that
not.
comparison.
I was not doing that. I was not doing that.
Yeah, but when you tell someone that, you feel, I just started getting into bikes. I started I got a bike 3 weeks ago. That's what the conversation should be.
So you think I should have said I'm into bikes? I just started riding, and then you would have been happy.
Yeah, you should have said.
Yeah, he just wanted the finer details. I think he was just missing those finer details.
I just got into bikes would have been accurate.
Exactly. And this is the conversation. This is why this whole thing started.
But then Samson said he was outdoorsy, and I'm like, you're not fucking outdoorsy. You just go to the park.
I've been outdoors for the last 10 years.
No, but Samson considers outdoorsy like going to a park.
What? A national
What do you
park?
consider outdoorsy then? What do you consider outdoorsy?
I consider
that is outdoors.
I consider outdoorsy like guy or branch, like going camping and hunting and shit. That's
like wood. No, that's a woodsman. That's like a woodsman.
There you go.
That's
Okay,
American. That's American outdoorsy.
Okay, well now I'm outdoorsy because I go out now to parks.
Am I outdoorsy because I walk around the block?
Yes.
Yeah.
In Samson's definition, yes, you're outdoorsy.
See, I always knew it.
Wait, I have to. I defend myself with one thing though. Okay, I got one thing up my sleeve. So I was a bodybuilder for 20 fucking years, and I literally didn't do anything so I could focus on bodybuilding. So in my defense, I can only get into everything now because I shied away from it all when I was bodybuilding. So I'm new to everything pretty much. Everything I'm doing, I'm new. I'm new to outdoors.
Yeah, that's why it's exciting.
Biking. I'm new to the whole thing.
So you got to say, I'm new to being outdoors.
Fuck you, Samson.
I'm just getting into bikes.
I just want to know what the time period is where I can just say I'm into bikes. That's what I want to know. What is the limit? Like, where's the line?
5 years.
5 years?
Yeah.
You know what I find funny about that? Samson said to me it was 2 years, right? And I said, so on 1 year and 364 days, I'm not into bikes. But at 2 years, I'm into bikes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's move on. Fuck you guys. All right, James, how's the prep going? Everything's good. Are you enjoying the new? Are you enjoying the new strategy? You seem to be enjoying it.
I'm having a lot of fun. I'm just I'm chill, man. I'm just needed to just take some pressure off myself and just not put pressure on. I just want to just I don't know, just enjoy it, man. Fucking hell, like the way that I was feeling about bodybuilding, I was like, if I keep feeling the way I am, I'm gonna fuck it off real soon.
Yeah. So one of the things I think, okay, I'm going to say a bunch of shit, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to think it's wrong, but that's fine. So when you guys last year were dieting and off season and everything, it was a very, very, very strict, perfect type of diet, which I'm not saying doesn't work, definitely works. But one of the things John always instilled in me when we were working together was you need to have a mental break. And there's longevity to the sport, and people need to also have a life along with bodybuilding, or else you will burn out. And that's why once a week he would be like, take a night off. Now in prep, sometimes I wouldn't get that week if he didn't think I deserved it, but most of the time I got lean enough that I could have a cheat meal once a week. Because it's not only a matter of, like, people talk about these things in a matter of physiological terms only. They don't talk about them in mental or emotional terms. Sometimes giving yourself a break to go out with your wife or girlfriend or friends and have a bite to eat and just relax can actually get you back in the gym stronger the next day and make the next week actually better.
Yeah.
So James, correct me if I'm wrong, but this prep, you've decided to give yourself a break like once a week.
Pretty much, literally, depending on result.
Yeah.
If my weight comes down, it's lower than previous, and my condition's taking a step forward. Absolutely.
And how do you feel like your physique is coming together in relation to the same thing the different strategy you took last year?
I think because ultimately, I think when you're a person that can be in shape in the 270s, that you should be in more calorie abundant food more frequently.
Okay.
I think it's a requirement, if I'm honest.
So what you're saying
now?
So what you're saying is adding in that calorie dense food once a week, whether it be from like a prime rib or a burger or something, is actually benefiting you because of your size.
I think so. I think if you are to truly come in at your maximum muscularity at this kind of weight, you can't do that on just eating clean food. I just honestly don't now. And I know I sound like I've done 180, and I kind of have done a 180 because I'm seeing it do what it does. And I just don't think that you can obtain a physique that's full and fresh looking at this weight without having those kind of feeds concurrently, depending on result.
Samson, does Milos do that with you?
Yep, he does. And I do agree with that, because I feel like, with bodybuilding, we're all obviously headstrong. We want to go. I know that even physically, it takes a toll, especially when you go through all, weeks upon weeks of hard diet. You do need that break. You do need that pound meal or something to fill out and change that break. Just mentally, it just helps. Yeah. And it changes the way your physique looks for it. And you have guys that will go clean and strict throughout the whole prep. And then the day before the show, they want to carb up, and they're carving up on stuff they've never eaten the whole prep.
Mm-hmm.
They Pop-Tarts and all that. And then they wonder why it doesn't look right and why it didn't fill out properly or whatever. You go, yeah, because you haven't had it. You haven't had it for like 16, 20 weeks. So you never same. So I do think, especially when you talk about that amount of mass, trying to fill out something that kind of size, and you're prepping through that, you do need that. And I feel like it's helped me time and time in my prep. And it's just even just a break from it. It does help. And it makes me
do it. I just say I do it with my guys. Like when we start a prep, if we're like somewhere between 20 and 16 weeks out, I start using. I allow them to pick. Listen, we're going to need to pick a refeed meal for you. So in the off season, it might be like just do one or whatever. But then it starts to turn into, okay, let's keep it consistent now. So if it's going to be a burger and fries, keep it that. If it's a sushi, keep the sushi order the same. And we'll figure out in that 4 weeks, from 20 weeks to 16 weeks, what food digests well, makes them look a bit better the next day. Okay, and we lock it in. Because then, and it might not be, I don't do it like once a week you're going to have. I do it when I see they need it. I'm like, okay, now we're doing that refeed. So now today do it, or we might do it 2 days in a row, or we might not do it for 2 weeks. But whatever it is, we come back to that one and we keep it uniform, because then when we come to loading or whatever, it's there. The same thing. And what I actually try to do, I did this with Jordan recently. I'm like, look, you live in Houston, you're going to be carbing up in Orlando. So if you're going to do a burger and fries, pick a chain that like Five Guys or this or that. Don't pick a restaurant and now we have to go and find a different.
Get a different.
Let's replicate it. It's keeping it close, at least closer to repeatable. That's how I do it now. And it works very well. But to James's point, I think especially if you're a bigger bodybuilder and you're in shape, there's a difference between dieting a classic guy competitor and an open class bodybuilder. There is a different approach there.
How much importance would you place on, so I put paramount importance on this, but how much importance would you guys think the mental aspect has? Because in my opinion, if somebody is miserable in a diet, like let's say they're getting no cheat meals, they don't get any time off, they don't get any refeeds, they don't get any break to do anything, and they're just 1,000% on the diet and know that their coach is not giving them any leeway. If the person is doing that and they're fine with it, that's great. But if the person is doing that, they're absolutely miserable, how much is it going to affect their performance, and how important is that mental break?
Can I jump in?
It's going to affect them tremendously, and too much so that there's no point pursuing that path. In my opinion, I think you choose what you can adhere to. And if that plan means that you have to adjust things to have food, and if someone says you're weak for doing that, that's their opinion. But at the end of the day, you can still skin a cat doing that. I've done it for multiple shows. I've got in condition before for shows having whole cheat days. You just have to be sensible in how you operate the whole week. It's definitely doable. And I think it's wrong when people think that you can't eat that stuff. I think I don't like it when people are like, oh, because you're doing that, you must be a fucking pussy. It's not true.
Yeah.
It's that you've probably never been my weight, and you've probably never seen how quick my body can run away from me if I don't eat that.
Yes. But it's not only that. It's like people do that with, we just talked about this in the circles on Telegram. People say the same thing when it comes to training. Oh, if you don't train this way, then you're a pussy. But wait a minute. There's a difference between overdoing it and training so hard that you're trying to prove something, and training hard enough that you maximize your body and you can look better, and you're not just doing more because you don't want to be a pussy. And it's the same thing. It's the same thing with the food. It's like, yeah, I could diet harder, but is that going to make me worse, or is it going to make me better to take this time off?
We all know here that any of us are willing. Sorry, Ben. Any of us are willing to diet. I'm willing to diet myself to literally look like I've never eaten.
Yeah.
Like, you would not stop me. I'll get myself in the most ridiculous shape, but that's not the objective.
That's right.
This is what I'll say on it. Every athlete is different, and that's where the coaching side, and this is where I'm scaling back on how many people I work with, so I can actually figure out person to person, right? Because you can't have a set of rules and that applies to everybody, because every athlete is mentally and emotionally different and physically different too. So training styles work for some people, they don't work for everyone. Like, some people fall apart. I know that Luke couldn't handle high frequency, like a ton of training sessions, whereas other people really can. So high volume. So getting into the athlete's head, that's something that I'm really honing this year, is actually like getting that relationship and rapport and figuring out that athlete on a mental level, not just the X's and the O's, the fats, the carbs, the protein, like whatever. That stuff kind of takes care of itself, but actually figuring out the athlete. And then some athletes don't want refeeds. They like being in that space of the grind, right? They like that. That's where they thrive.
I've heard
and then
that,
other people, and then other athletes, they need that little bit of love, but it's not to call them a pussy. It's like, it's what makes them tick. And if you make their head tick, this is something that Patrick taught me, that the body will follow where the mind is going. So if you're happy, if you trust the coach, you trust the process, the body kind of follows. If it's resisting it, if you feel like you're constantly resisting and struggling and suffering, we have this mentality of like, the more I suffer, the better I look. And that's true to a point. But that point comes and you'll drop off real quick if you go too far into that suffering thing. And as bodybuilders, if you're getting judged on just how you look, it doesn't fucking matter how you got there.
That's right.
All that matters is how you fucking look on the day. So you do what you have to do. If it takes, my light heavyweight that won his pro card, like Brandon, ask him what he ate the day before a show. You would fucking fall off your chair and be like, Ben, you don't know what you're doing. The guy was a light heavyweight, 198 pounds. He ate 12 meals that day, and 2 of them were Five Guys and fries. Which I haven't even done that with a super heavyweight. But the guy he was peeled and in shape. So you do what you have to do rather than this is the right way, you know?
Yeah. I was always the kind of athlete or bodybuilder that I could work harder if I had a breather from time to time. Right.
Same.
I
realized that.
If it was very monotonous and I wasn't enjoying myself, my performance would suffer. So giving myself like that Saturday night to have a meal, I was back in the gym on Sunday, ready to kill the rest of the week. So it just, some people are like that. But like you said, Ben, some people are like, if they have that night off, it ruins them and they go the wrong way for like 3 days.
You want, and this is to all coaches out there, you want to find a system with each athlete where they thrive, both mentally and physically. And that doesn't mean they're all going to be on the same schedule.
Go ahead, James. Sorry, you're going to say something.
Thing is, I was just saying, like, at the end of the day, if your week is set up in a manner that the deficit is seen in place, regardless of that meal or that evening off, then you're good. Like, I know that I'm in a large enough deficit that every sort of 7 to 8 days, I've taken a step forward and I can literally have an evening off and eat a couple of meals off. But that's only because of the week that's led up to that point. I'm doing the work in the week. You know, the cardio's happening every morning. The output and training is being managed. The nutrition is low enough to allow me to get into a little bit of a hole. Obviously, if you don't factor those things properly, then you'll never be able to do that other part. But then, like you say, some people want to be more of on a kind of diet that's kind of steady. I'd rather fucking grind myself down.
That's what I
grind myself down.
Because the weeks start to bleed. For me, if I was ready early, it actually depressed me a little bit. Like there was times where I would lose weight too fast, and they'd be like at 4 weeks out, and whoever I was working with would be like, "You're ready." That to me was a nightmare because then there was no grind. It was just I would have to coast for 4 fucking weeks, and 4 weeks feels like forever when you're coasting. I would rather,
when you're like ready.
Yeah, I would rather be. Not saying this for show purposes or like if it's better or worse, just my own mind state. I would rather be like, I got to lose 2 pounds this week because it would make me go fucking hard as fuck that week.
Yeah, when you're on the bike, you're like, yeah, let's go. Yes.
Yeah.
I do. I'll say this just to step back from the whole conversation. If we're talking about the healthiest approach to what you put in your body, well, I'm talking about if you want to just succeed and get results in terms of a bodybuilding context, right? I think the cheat meals have a role and have a place, or a spike in calories, whatever you want to call it.
I think Ben and Jerry's definitely has its place.
I always find like after a cheat meal, I always tend to look better 2 days later.
Yeah,
especially to drop more weight because of it. And actually put in.
Yeah.
Well, you struggle all week to sort of drop a pound or two, and then for some reason you have you drop 3 pounds from it.
Again, I do like doubling up sometimes on high days. I'll give an athlete 2 days in a row of a high day in the middle of a prep, and that really because you know how it's like. I mean, especially for James, sometimes one meal is like a fucking drop in the ocean. It's not reset. It's not reset. If you start to get in that point where the body's resisting and grinding, and those 8 days if you do 8 days and it's predictable, you drop in and you refeed, you drop in. If you find that point where that level's off now and you're not dropping, sometimes it's not. You don't need one. You might need 2 or 3 days to reset the body again and get it responsive, and then go again.
There's certainly very individual.
Like other times people might just need to keep grinding out for longer and longer and longer, and other people they'll just need a bigger break.
Yeah. So the way I figured this out for me, Ben, is what I did is I did a super high day, which was higher than my high day. Did that 1 week, kind of didn't do fuck all. So then the next week I did 2 super high days in a row.
Yeah.
So. The following week, I was like, all right, let's do 1 day where we just, from after training, I have 1 more clean meal and then I just eat everything and whatever before I go to bed.
That's it.
That yielded the best result, the best response.
Yep, that's the one.
The best energy for the next few days, but also the best drop in weight after a few days.
Yep.
So now I've had 2 or so weeks of doing that when I'm ready to do that. So basically, there's all these, like you say, you've got to try these things because the 1 high day or the 2 high day might have been perfect. But if it's not, then that's when you can look into these things. So I find just having 1 heavy evening is enough for me then to have energy for 2 to 3 days. Then I'm in a hole for 2 or 3 days, and then I'm kind of ready again.
I did that.
That's kind of where I found myself.
I did that in 2017. We did the British finals.
Skip and stuff as well, done a similar approach.
Yeah, I did that skip loading, which was every Sunday. The whole day was a rest day, and the whole day was just all you can eat. And I mean all you can eat. I was eating Ben and Jerry's for breakfast, lunch, dinner. Like it was carnage. But one thing that happened, and again, not the healthiest, because the next day I'd put on like 12 pounds and then, or 10 pounds. I basically would put on 10 pounds and then I would lose 12. And then I'd lose 12 across the next 6 days, right? So it was just doing this.
£2 deficit every week. Yeah, from that point.
But consistently, I would go 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12, like this, boom, 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 every fucking time. And I just got consistently leaner. And every Monday, Luke and I trained legs, and it was out of this world. We do legs on the Monday. Tuesday, I would do chest, and I've dropped off a good portion of water from the load. And I'd look crazy. Like Sam said, the second day after a big high day, then I'm still full. I dropped off some water. It worked well.
I'm so glad
it didn't.
Sorry, guys, you've answered like the ultimate bodybuilding approach for me there, because why, you get to have some food you like. Yep. You're still losing £2 a week, and you get to be a bit social.
Can I just remind you guys of something? I've been saying this for 2 fucking years.
I know you can.
Only to hear you guys argue with me and try. This is just such a bodybuilding thing that
it was the ego that we talked about earlier.
This is exactly how bodybuilding works. Everybody starts, they don't know shit. After like a year, they all think they know everything, and then after fucking 10 years, they're like, "Oh, wait a minute, everybody else knows shit, and I don't know anything."
You know what happens? It's like buying a bike and having it for 3 months and thinking you're into biking and knowing everything about bikes, and then
except I never disputed anything you said about bikes. When I
said bikes are better than cars.
I don't know if I believe.
Hold on there. What? No,
I don't know if I
you'll have more. You'll have but you haven't ridden a super bike.
No. Wait a minute.
No.
Bikes and cars, I will just say, are different. It's not one is better than the other.
Yeah, one's good, one's shit. It's fine.
No. If I gotta ride something that I'm gonna get hit by rain while I'm doing it, no. Thanks, man. I need
dude, when you're doing 160 mile an hour with your chest on the tank and your nailing it down versus sitting in a car doing 150. It's a different experience.
I will say this. I don't think anybody can weigh in on this conversation unless they've ridden both.
True.
So you can't say Ben's wrong unless you've ridden a bike. I don't know if Ben's wrong.
There's no when you're perched on an engine going, this could all go fucking
wait
wrong.
a minute.
There's a different feeling. There's a different feeling in here.
But you're talking about a different thing altogether. The visceral feeling of being on a bike may be stronger than driving a car fast, but the car has a whole fuckload of perks.
Yeah.
Remember, Samson?
I know.
Samson, remember we drove that Ferrari?
Yeah, look. Undoubtedly, it's comfy. It's way better. What I mean is the feeling of speed becomes, you get numb to it once you've ridden a super bike.
I agree with that. I agree with that. It's
not as quick now.
I agree with that.
100 miles an hour on a super bike, or 100, yeah, put it 100. 100 on a super bike or 100 in a Ferrari, the super bike feels faster, even the same speed.
If you're if you're talking about speed, I agree with you. But
yeah, that's
the feeling of driving that Ferrari. Oh, fuck, man, that's like hard to.
All right, the feeling of going around a corner with your knee down and whipping it around on a super bike.
It's different. It's not.
And then coming out and nailing it, and the front end goes light on you. Oh, come on, fuck! You don't get that. You don't get that.
When you're talking about, that's like adrenaline junkie stuff, man. That's like, okay,
I think it's two different things. I can see what you're
driving
saying.
Driving a Ferrari at 200 miles an hour is purely for adrenaline. Right?
No, but the thing about the Ferrari. This is the thing about the Ferrari. You don't have to drive 200 miles an hour. We were driving like 60, and it was still just awesome.
But my point is, a super bike at 60 feels like 160 sometimes.
No. You're missing my point. There is a different feeling. So driving the car, you're like, this is an exotic car. It's bad as fuck. It feels cool. It's like it handles in a different way. It's like it's a totally different machine than you've ever driven before. And then the bike has all of those great things too, but they're just different feelings, right? Like if you're talking about getting as much adrenaline as possible, then I would say yes, the bike is the way to go. If you're talking about
the thing with the bike, you're exposed to the elements, like you say, so it's just an external.
There's more.
I tell you, being sat even in traffic or sat on a bike, and it's like ticking over on a super bike, and you can just hear the engine noise. That's the noise, the sensation. It's like the only thing I can describe it as like being 5 years old again. It's Christmas morning, and I'm just like, you can sit there and just rev it, and it's just like. You feel like a badass. No, you feel like a badass.
Wait, what'd you say, Samson?
You feel the same way in a Ferrari. You imagine seeing the traffic like going, yeah, I can hear that.
Yeah, no, listen. Because I agree. Because when I was 18 and had never ridden a bike and I sat in a Ferrari, I felt the same way. And then I rode a super bike, and then I got back in a Ferrari and I was like,
Yeah, but you're just playing this game because you're saying super bike. I ride a bike. I ride it fast. I know what it feels like. It doesn't matter.
You don't ride it fast. Harleys don't go fast. Harleys don't go fast, period. My super bike, when in first gear, could go faster than your bike in its top gear.
That's not the point. I know what it feels like, is what I'm saying. No?
Because I had a Harley, and I was bored to shit with it. I had the Harley after my super bike. And that's why people are like, are you going to have a Harley? I'm like, no, I won't go back to one, because the speed, the feeling of riding it, even at 80 miles an hour, 90, 100, it's different on a super bike.
Okay, I'm not
people that have ridden both will know what I'm talking about.
I know, and I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying. Okay. I'm not. I can't argue because I had never ridden a super bike, so I can't argue. But
next time you come to Texas, a friend of Denise's has 2 Ducatis. We can whip them out.
All right. Okay. I don't even know how we got to there. How did we get to that argument?
It's about cheat meals.
We were talking about cheat meals. How do we get to bikes and cars? All right.
How did we go from food to fucking
Oh, I know why. Because I said thank you, motherfuckers, for finally believing that I know something and all following what I did for 10 fucking years. And then Ben turned it into something about motorcycles.
That's what it was.
It's because I'm into bikes. I do that.
You don't even own a bike. You can't say you're into bikes.
I don't own a car. I don't own a thing.
Samson, how's the BMW? 850 horsepower now, or 600?
It's insane.
What is it now? 650?
680.
How fast? You're 0 to 60 in like 3 seconds now?
2.4.
2.4.
Well, that's with my fat ass in it, so
2.4.
Oh yeah, absolutely crazy.
That's
you know how much money? You know how much money you saved?
I know. Just
because if you bought the M, it would have cost you like $40,000 more.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So how much did the tune cost you? Like $5,000?
No, what?
How much the tune?
About 150. About 150 pounds.
Oh my God.
Hell,
That's incredible.
That's crazy. No, it was crazy. And we kind of took it out on this country lane, and we sort of had to go up and down it for a few times. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. Whiplash from it.
That's incredible, man. 2.4. Fuck. Sorry, James. We'll get off of the car and motorcycle.
No, it's cool because you know what I'm doing. I'm actually because at the same time I am researching some stuff, so it's all good.
What do you research? Oh, you mean you're not paying attention at all?
Listen, I am listening to everything. I am very present.
What are you researching?
I'm actually researching local skate parks.
James, why are you doing this when you're 4 weeks out? Can I talk you out of it?
Because you know what happens when you're 4 weeks out. You're like,
I know.
You start thinking about everything.
But why do you have to do dangerous shit?
I haven't done it. I'm not doing it. I'm preparing for it.
After the show.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm
in
giving myself
between the
something to
UK
look forward to.
In between the UK Arnold and France show, he's going to go.
Yeah, 1 week. I've got 1 week of skating to do. No, I'm just I'm looking because I didn't actually realize how many fucking skate parks are actually around. So it's just out of curiosity, actually.
Yeah.
It's just a hobby. Like again, it's like it's more of a fascination thing. I think a lot of the skates I'm buying are just going to be collectibles, and they're probably going to sit there and do fuck all. But when you're prepping, you just spend money on bullshit.
Yeah,
dude. I thought 100%. That was me. I thought that was just me though.
No, bro. Listen, Samson, a pair of skates, yeah, it's probably what £300 a pair. I've bought 5 pairs in the last month.
Yeah, it's everybody, man.
I fucking wasted money.
Yeah,
like we're in this hard, intense moment in our life. We're digging down, we're digging deep. Summoning of this courage.
Little release,
and then we buy shit.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's it.
Amazon knew when I was in prep.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't do Amazon. Too dangerous.
Yeah. No, because you know what, James is right, Samson. It's that it gives you you feel like you're doing something else.
Yeah.
Bodybuilding. You need a break from bodybuilding. You need a
You bodybuild very well when you've got something else actually to think about. I bodybuild best when I look forward to turning my head to the gym that day rather than thinking about it all day.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's how I feel anyway.
Yeah, no, I can agree with that. I just feel like I can't go to a bar. I can't really eat what I want. I can't. So I'm like, let me buy a pair of shoes. Let me buy a fucking whatever, just to make me feel like I'm doing something else.
Yeah. And I will say this, the skates, you know how you look at cars and you're like the aesthetic, like the shape of them.
Yeah.
Skates are the same shit, man. You look at them, the shape, you're like, wow, like fuck.
Well, I can't manage to skate for shit. Like, honestly, the sight of that is going to be something funny on itself.
It's going to be fun.
But there's also like a fixation I get when I'm when in prep. Like if I say I want something and I'm like 6 weeks out, I won't stop looking at it till I buy it. I get absolutely fixated on that thing until I have it, and then after I have it, I'm disappointed. I'm like, that wasn't so fun.
I'll probably be the same. I'll probably be the same.
I did the same with that car. I was looking at the Porsche, and I was like, I'm gonna get this, and then I sat there and was like, what's gonna happen when I get it? I'm gonna love it for like a day, and then after 2 or 3 days, I'm like, I still like it, but I'm kind of it's normal now. That's a heavy investment for me to get. Oh, no. All right, 2 or 3 weeks. I'm going to be like, I only use it when I have to now. And
well, it depends on the person. For me, so I got my Escalade, and I still get in, and I'm like, fuck, this thing's nice. Like even it's been almost a year, and I'm still really happy that I got it. So it depends on the person.
But you also need a car. I don't actually need a car. Period. That was just a toy, like straight fucking toy.
Yeah, but I could have. Yeah, I don't know. Toys. Samson's got his.
I don't drive. I don't need any vehicle. That's why I don't have a bike or a car right now. I don't need one.
Yeah.
Period.
All right, let's get away from cars because James is going to tune out.
Let's go like this.
Let's do some questions.
Dual monitors, perfect.
What the fuck? Bro Chat gets drafted into a war. Who is the medic, the gunner, and the artillery man?
I think like artillery's got to be like Nick, like heavy fucking like 4-shot rocket launcher.
Who's the gunner?
Who's in this particular? So you got Iain.
Everybody who's in the podcast.
I'll say everybody that's in, but okay.
I just want to be the guy that shouts, medic every 5 minutes. Like just the guy to just get up and just shout, medic.
Who's the medic? Who would be the
medic?
medic?
I feel like Guy would be the medic.
Yeah, because he's like stabbed loads of pigs and stuff, so he knows how to look at wounds.
Stabbing pigs.
We don't. Who has any? Do we even have any skills on this podcast other than Guy?
No,
there's
not
no
really.
skills.
Ian Hunts. Ian
can hunt. So we'll put Guy and Ian at the front because they can kill people, and the rest of us are just going to walk behind them and hope we live. I guess.
Put Nick at the front because I'm pretty sure if Nick took a bullet, it would just absorb into his muscle tissue. Just.
Each one of you gets 2 questions to ask anyone on the podcast. You can divide the questions between 2 people if you like. Think of something you always want to know. Can be deep or funny, and the other has to answer. So
that's going to take. That needs a little bit of research. That one. I like the idea, but I think you got to go away and come back with that one.
They want us to ask each other a question, but we know everything about each other. We're on this thing every fucking week.
Anything I don't want to answer is because I don't want it going out into the world. Like I would tell you guys, but if that little record button up there wasn't on, then fair game.
Is there? I can't think of anything I want to ask you guys that I haven't asked you already.
That's what I feel, because like we all have done that in order to become mates, to figure each other out.
I'm trying to think of something. I can't.
Well, we haven't asked Samson a bunch. Ask Samson a few.
I already know everything about Samson. I know stuff Samson doesn't want anybody to hear about.
I know everything.
Oh, well, I don't know that, so tell me that.
Yes, you do. We know. We all.
Oh, I do know. Oh, I do know. I do know. Yeah. Oh, that's excellent. Good. Samson, be careful, mate. We know.
Which bro would be the best pole dancer? What the fuck are these questions? Do you do a draft of 5 bodybuilders to be part of your team to compete against the other team in bodybuilding contests? Let's see who chooses the best team overall. No, right? Okay.
Pole dancing, though. Going back to pole dancing, I've seen Samson's moves. I think a pole wouldn't stop him.
Oh.
Samson, were you ever a dancer in any way?
No.
You've seen how he moves.
Were you ever a dancer, like a stripper?
No. Oh yeah. Oh, you know. That's one of the things you know.
You get Samson on stage and whack a pole up. It's going to be a class act.
Samson will get up there with his own pole, mate. Don't worry about that.
No.
I'm not surprised.
Would you rather have heartburn, acid reflux 24/7, no matter what, or always throw up after a workout?
Always throw up after a workout.
Always
you know when it's coming.
Yeah.
Imagine having acid reflux all the time. Fuck that. That's
all
disgusting.
night as well. All night. No.
You wouldn't sleep.
If you had to be one bad guy in the real world, who would it be and why? Like bad guy from any movie.
Oh, from any movie.
So like he mentions Pablo Escobar, Frank Lucas, Al Capone,
Dr. Evil.
Dr. Evil.
Yeah.
I'd be Thanos.
I was just about to say that.
Thanos.
Dark side.
I don't think I watch enough fucking comics to know. I can't think of an evil person. Is that bad?
Thanos is good. Thanos is a good one, to be fair.
The Riddler in the new Batman was pretty good.
Was it good?
I love that. That film was good.
I thought it was a really good film.
I still haven't seen Top Gun. You guys seen Top Gun?
Oh, that's fucking excellent.
Is it?
I heard it's really good.
It's fun. I really didn't want to like it. And we went to the cinema and we had shitty seats because we were right at the front. I was like this with it. I'll tell you, mate, I fucking sat there and I was like, this.
Why didn't you want to like it?
I just didn't.
Is it because you're really British and it's really American?
It was very American. It is very American.
It's very American.
Top Gun. Top Gun's very American. I guess maybe.
And I think it's our age.
Yeah, I don't know. The first one was like, it's not going to be better than it's not going to be better than the first one. It's going to be shit, a waste of time. It's all going to be really cheesy. It fucking wasn't at all.
James,
everyone says it was the most amazing sequel ever.
Oh yeah, it was fucking good.
James, what are you waiting for?
What am I waiting for?
Yeah, you're kind of the movie guy. I'm surprised you haven't gone to see it.
Because I arrogantly, egotistically thought to myself, I never saw the first one. I'm not going to give it a chance. So why am I going to watch the second one? But I've heard it's really good.
You've never seen Top Gun, the first one?
No.
Samson, have you?
Of course, I haven't seen the second one though, but I've seen the first one.
James, what the fuck, man?
In fairness, I only watched the first one. Like, it's been like 20 years since I watched the first one.
Yeah, I know. I watched it a long time ago too, but I feel like everybody has had to watch it.
You can watch, honestly, you could probably watch the second one with never seeing the first, and still enjoy it as a film.
You're too busy watching what, James?
I was too busy watching like Terminator 1, like all the Arnie films, and I didn't really give Tom Cruise a chance. I kind of didn't look at him like he was man enough.
You don't like Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
I do think he's good, but at the time I was like, when I was young, I didn't look at him in that light. I was watching like He-Man with Dolph Lundgren. You know what I mean?
Can you name a bad Tom Cruise movie?
Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot of bad Tom Cruise movies.
Name one.
Yeah.
Vanilla Sky.
That was shit. That was really shit.
That's dog shit.
Anything else?
Minority Report wasn't even good.
Never saw it.
That's true. I tell you what,
I do like War of the Worlds though. I do like War of the Worlds.
Okay, but out of if you listed 20 fucking Tom Cruise movies, I think 15 would be good.
Yeah, but then most of them are just sequels.
No.
Mission Impossible.
How many Mission Impossibles is there now?
Yeah.
6 or 7, right, 6.
How many Jack Reachers is there now?
Jack Reacher's a good
There's
one.
only 2.
How many? That's what I mean. It's multiple.
The thing with the Mission Impossibles, and this is a personal opinion, so don't fucking shoot me. The new ones are better than the early ones.
Yeah,
I can imagine they are.
I think they're getting better. I think they're getting better.
Ghost Protocol.
Tom Cruise
Fallout
movies.
I don't remember
the last one with Henry Cavill was like the best one in my opinion.
Yeah,
I think Tom Cruise is good. I think he's a bad rap. Let's see.
Oh yeah, that Mummy.
American made.
That's a good film.
Yeah,
that's a good film.
Well, Mummy, the Mummy.
I
didn't even mind the Mummy. I didn't even mind that. It was right.
Oblivion's
quite a good
great.
film. I didn't mind Oblivion. I didn't mind it. Oh,
Edge of Tomorrow, I liked.
Good.
I never saw Valkyrie, but I heard that was all right.
Night and Day. I haven't seen a lot of Tropic Thunder. Is fucking great. He's awesome in that.
Collateral was pretty good because he was like a villain.
Don't you guys remember him in Tropic Thunder? Oh, he's fucking
with his
awesome.
big hands.
Yeah,
he had really big hands.
War of the Worlds, Collateral was good.
War of the Worlds is one of my favorites by him.
Yeah. Oh, The Last Samurai is fucking amazing. It's one of my top.
Yeah, that's
5
a very
movies.
good film. That is a very good film.
Eyes Wide Shut was shit. Jerry Maguire's a classic.
Jerry Maguire's good.
It's a bit of a classic, isn't it?
The Firm.
Yeah, he's got some right films.
There's some really good. A Few Good Men is good. Days of Thunder is good. If you like cars.
Rain Man.
He's been around for quite some time.
Dude, Rain Man's amazing.
Yeah, Rain Man's fucking probably the best one out there.
I don't know these.
I've not seen those.
The Color of Money is good.
I've seen Risky Business.
Yeah.
No, listen, I won't say that Tom Cruise isn't a bit of a ledge. I'll give him that.
Is there?
Are we going to start calling Tom Cruise a bad actor now? Is that
No. I'm trying to figure out
of all time. He's
I'm trying to figure out where he is on the scale. Right? Is it like Brad Pitt? You know, like who's the best?
I think
like
Tom.
Al Pacino.
I think Tom Cruise is like way up there.
No, he's not above. How far above Brad Pitt do you think Tom Cruise is?
I think he's above Brad. In terms of what's the measure?
Just like good movies.
That's pretty sick.
Brad's good.
That's pretty sick.
Brad's
I just watched Bullet Train the other night, and it was fucking good.
Look, man. Okay, I don't know what this is. This is all right. This was really good.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is really good.
This is really good.
Killing Him Softly is good.
Killing Him Softly was good.
World War Z is good.
They're doing another one of those.
Moneyball is fucking awesome. Inglourious Bastards is awesome.
The Curious Case of Benjamin Button is good. I actually like that.
Yeah, very good.
And Burn. He's good in Burn After Reading as well.
Troy.
Snatch.
Fight Club. Ocean 13.
He's above.
Legends of the Fall.
Have any of you not seen Bullet Train yet?
No, what's Bullet Train?
That's his latest one. It's really good.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, 12 Monkeys too. Fucking that's iconic.
California. You ever seen California? Oh Jesus, man. I don't know. True Romance. He's not in True Romance, is he? Oh yeah, he's the stoner roommate. That's right.
7 years into bet.
Man, Samson, what do you think? Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt?
You know, I was going to say Tom Cruise before you showed all that list, and I remember that. And I was like, actually, yeah, he's up there.
Who would you date if you had to pick one?
Who do you date?
It was a short answer. I'll go Brad.
No, you Samson, you could toss Tom Cruise around a little easier.
Okay, who's better than Brad Pitt? James, what are you doing? You busy?
I was just looking at something.
Huh?
I was just looking at something. An email.
Okay. Is there
A
someone?
DHL email.
Getting more skates?
Who's yeah. Who's better than Brad Pitt?
De Niro? Pacino?
No.
De Niro's good, but De Niro's done some shit film.
Wait,
De
no
Niro's
Brad
done some
Pitt,
garbage. He's done some
They
garbage.
are no
films.
fucking Brad Pitt.
No, like like Samuel Jackson's done some real shitty fucking films.
He ain't no Brad Pitt,
and
mate.
stuff.
The Irishman?
The only person that's on Brad Pitt's level is Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, that's a good one.
Ooh.
That's the two best actors there is.
Yeah.
If,
you might have
if
that.
them two had a fight, that would be the best scene ever.
If they had a fight.
Yeah.
Wolf of Wall Street. The Revenant was amazing.
Oh, but
Django
then-
Unchained.
Don't Look Up is good as well.
He's
I heard that
actually,
was actually really good.
you know what? Just as a pure acting, I think he's just better. Basketball Diaries, one of my favorite movies. I don't know if you guys seen that.
I haven't seen that.
It was one of his early.
That's two very, very good fucking actors, isn't it?
Yeah.
Any better than those two?
I don't think you can. I think if you do Brad Pitt plus Leonardo DiCaprio, that equals God. Literally.
Samson, do you watch a lot of TV or no? You're always outdoors.
Yeah, I love him.
You do watch a lot of TV?
Yeah.
Is there anybody better than? How about Denzel's better than both of them?
No, he's not better.
He's not better.
Oh,
He's more
guys.
one-dimensional. He's more one-dimensional.
You're just being
Yeah.
racist.
Characters are great, but they're more one-dimensional than
No,
Brad Pitt
come on.
and Leonardo DiCaprio.
No, you can't say that. No.
James, look at this fucking
I
list.
said it.
I don't think it's as extensive
Awesome.
as.
Awesome.
No, wait. The
Awesome.
Little Things is not. Wait, The Little Things is not awesome. That's not a good film. That's a very average.
But
fucking
also
film.
look at the character, how he plays the character. A lot of the time, it's very similar.
Fences was
very
an
similar?
average.
Fences
Wait,
was
Fences. Right, thank you. You've already picked out two films that weren't that great.
I did not
DiCaprio's
say
was just
Fences.
like-
I didn't say Fences was good. I said Equalizer. I said Magnificent Seven. Equalizer 1.
No,
Wait,
I said
I turned
wait,
off the
wait,
Magnificent
wait.
Seven. It was boring.
I said you already picked out two that were average,
Don't
and DiCaprio
don't
had
shit
none.
on it. Yes, he did. Just let me finish here. We have Flight was good. Two Guns
His
is
best
good.
film.
Safe House is good.
His
The
best
Book of
film is
Eli was
Man on
amazing.
Fire.
No, well,
Yeah, Man on Fire is the best one.
or American Gangster.
Unstoppable wasn't.
Training Day over
Unstoppable
that.
wasn't good.
Training Day over American
Yeah,
Gangster.
Training Day is way better. I will agree
Yeah,
with
Training
you.
Day's a
come
sick
on.
film.
John
Training
Q.
Day's sick.
Training Day. Remember the Titans. Come on.
DiCaprio's better.
And-
He's
Antoine-
good, but
Antoine
he's third
Fisher.
place right now. He's third place.
He is a third.
No, he's not third place.
Third place. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And you know
This
me,
is-
bro. You listen, Samson. You see me rooting for my brothers the other day on the stage. Yeah. So this is not a racist attack. So because I know Fouad's going to say that. So acting wise though, Leonardo DiCaprio and
No, I gotta say,
Leo's-
Brad Pitt. Oh, I'm sorry, they're too good.
Leo's
Oh,
king.
you're giving him third place. Okay, I thought you were putting him Tom Cruise ahead of Denzel.
No.
No.
Leo's king.
So
Right?
Leo,
Has to be.
Brad Pitt, Denzel. That's what we're saying.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
top
Now, are we
Denzel,
saying
yeah.
acting skill or their movies?
skill.
Acting DiCaprio
I
is
think
the best.
acting skill, it goes DiCaprio, then everybody else.
Okay, what about movies? I think
It's gotta be in
DiCaprio's
order.
still on the movies.
No, I mean, like, if we're talking about those four people, like, it goes DiCaprio, Denzel, Brad, and Tom Cruise. Actually, I don't know. Denzel
No, Tom Cruise isn't it. Tom Cruise isn't a
Denzel, Brad
he's
Pitt
the same thing.
are tied for second. But movies, I don't know. Denzel movies.
Movies. Leo wins again.
Yes, Denzel's second for me. Maybe.
I hate to say this though. I hate to throw a spanner in the works, and this is a very odd. This is not a big spanner, but when I think about the best movie of the last 5 years, I don't think any of them have got the best movie of the last 5 years.
No.
Well, I was just going to throw Christian Bale into this for best acting.
Ooh, Christian Bale.
Not right
Christian
now.
Bale's-
He's not as good as he was
Why do you say that?
because he hasn't done a role that's really tested his acting for a long, long time.
Well, he did The Fighter. That was a really fucking big test.
That was all right.
What
That
do
was
you
a
mean
physical
all right?
test, though.
No,
It was
it was
all
a
right.
both.
It was all right.
It was
No,
all
the
right.
pianist was the pianist. Oh, the
Prestige
machinist
was
sorry,
better.
not the
The Prestige was Machinist was a proper test. I
I
like Christian Bale. I once had a bit of a man crush for Christian Bale, so I'm supportive.
I'm big on Christian Bale.
remember Vice, dude. There's so Ford versus Ferrari.
Ford, he's good in
The
Ford
Big
versus
Short.
Ferraris.
Look at these fucking movies: American Hustle, The Fighter, Batman.
I will
Like,
say that he was
Public
the best in
Enemies.
Batman Begins.
Yeah, right here. There's some really good ones in here, man.
He is good.
I love Rain of Fire. Rain of Fire is great with Matthew McConaughey.
Hmm.
That's a good film.
Yeah.
I throw
Now that's
Christian Bale.
another good actor.
Yeah.
That's a very good
Yeah.
actor.
Who?
Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah,
Incredible
but
actor.
movies aren't up to the par with the other guys.
He's done some
No.
cheap, shitty rom-com ones, right?
But
He's done
acting
some
skills.
shitty-
Acting skills,
Um,
yes, but his movie library doesn't hold
Yeah.
up to the other people.
I think Leo and Brad are the best.
I'm
two
going to throw a
actors.
fucking wrench in the mix. Tom Hanks.
No,
No.
Come on.
because Tom Hanks has never been able to do what they can do, and I hate to say it, but that's
Versatility.
action.
Wait a minute. He's not as good looking as the other guys, so of course he's the odd man out. But
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Cuts out a whole genre.
I fancy him way less. So no.
But no, look at these movies.
Although, wait a
Come
minute,
on.
we have to look at Toy Story.
Oh, come on, that's a voice acting. That's not an acting.
Yeah,
gig.
but still, how much
Guys,
do you
look
love
at
those
these
characters?
fucking movies, man. Are you serious? Larry Crown was awesome. Like, fucking, these are good movies. Captain
Awesome.
Phillips.
Wait. Larry Crown was awesome. Are
Yeah,
we
I thought it was a very good story, Ben. Yes, it made me feel good.
Wait. Awesome or very good? Because there's a fucking
Very,
gap
very good,
there.
very good, very good. Not awesome.
Okay, right.
Acting skills. I will put his acting skills up with a lot of people. What
Where
about?
would you put
Good.
Tom Hardy?
Oh, Tom
Oh,
Hardy's
I like
good.
Tom, but Tom's done some trash too, though.
Legend, great
Oh,
movie.
Legend. Sick.
What else did
Revenant
Lawless,
as well.
Lawless, great movie. Revenant, great.
Lawless
Venom,
was really
great.
good.
Venom's not great.
No.
I like Venom.
No.
It's an easy watch.
No, it was-
Warrior is great.
Warriors, right?
Apparently, Mad Max Fury Road.
Bronson. Go back to Bronson. That's the fucking film.
Where?
Yeah.
on the
Here?
left.
Oh, I haven't seen
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
my
It's
God,
actually
that
really
film's
good.
So fucking
It is
good.
literally Charles Bronson.
So fucking good. Yeah, that's what I said. I said James is dressed up like Charles Bronson today.
How do you not see that?
How can I not see what Bronson?
Yeah.
Because I'm not fucking British like you guys. So I was.
It is more of a British. It is more of a British film.
James, like genuinely spitting image of James. He was even rocking the beard like him at one point, wouldn't you, James?
See, I got the inspo from him.
There you go. And he looked. You know what? It was a dead image.
So are we saying Leonardo's the best ever? Ever.
I think so.
Ever.
Yeah.
It might be.
So.
Might be.
I'd go with that. I could agree.
It's a shame. Wait, it's a shame that Will Smith slapped Chris Rock because he was a very good actor as well.
No, okay. He went like this kind of
He
at the
still
end. there.
is. He still is a good. I'm not. I don't even know what they're doing off camera. Like whatever.
No, I thought his
film.
last-
Will's done some. Look at Ali.
I agree with you, but I think there's equally as many shitty ones.
Yeah.
Will's film.
£7?
Will's film. Yeah, but
£7.
his
great
film
movie.
selection. Will's film selection has been hit or miss, whereas Leo's has just been like,
I put Will
But-
Smith
but-
in the same category as like Mark Wahlberg.
no,
No, he's better than Mark.
no, what?
He's better than Mark.
No, come on.
He's right there. He's just like,
Will's top
Oh,
five. Will's
God.
top five.
okay, wait. I'm
Yeah,
not saying
Will's
no.
up there.
Acting skills. He's better than Mark Wahlberg, but Movie library, but movie library is in the same category.
Oh.
Yeah.
No. Mark Wahlberg has done no great films.
Hey,
period,
wait a minute.
ever.
That's
Hey,
not
Ted.
true. That's not. Yeah, he did The Fighter
Ted.
with Christian Bale. That was awesome.
He did Ted.
Yeah, because of Christian Bale, not because of him.
Okay, let's see.
Ted, I'll give you Ted, the first one.
Will
the second one,
Smith movies. Okay, let's see Will Smith's library.
What about Bright? Bright was a really good film.
One
right?
second. Okay,
That
Bad
was the
Boys
Netflix
great.
one, wasn't it?
Concussion good. King Richard was awesome. Did you guys see that yet?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
apparently that is very good.
Oh, you
really
and
seen it.
Ben, have you seen this yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, Ben and James, you
About
guys have
Venus
to.
Serena's dad, isn't it?
Yeah, you have to watch it. He's really, really good in that.
Oh, he did iRobot. iRobot's fucking good.
7 Pounds, awesome. Hancock, funny,
Pursuit of Happiness.
good. Oh,
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend was great. The Pursuit of Happiness is great. Hitch was cool. Ali was awesome.
Enemy of the State's good.
Bad Boy.
Independence Day, the first one.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so okay,
He's above
so
Wahlberg. He's above Wahlberg. Come
let's
on.
see here.
Oh, don't do this.
Just comparing.
This is just offensive now.
Father Stu shit. It's shit. Shit.
I've just heard anything.
Shit. Right.
This is okay. This was okay. This is
Shit. Transform. No, none of the Transformers.
Pain and Gain was
Pain and
good.
Gain is terrible.
Lone Survivor.
terrible.
Lone Survivor was really good.
Yeah.
I love Lone Survivor. It's an awesome movie.
Yeah, no, Lone Survivor was good.
He's got one awesome one so far. That's
Ted.
it. They're all like 6 out of 10, 7 out of
Too
10.
cheap.
You know what I
Too
think
cheap.
Wahlberg is just like, it's just
Content.
entertaining. It's like, it's not like,
Yeah.
you don't watch it.
I tell you what, Wahlberg's on the same level as Jason Statham.
Yeah, just entertaining. No deep thinking.
Right.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
They're
I'll give
just,
you
you
that.
know what you're gonna get.
That's a
and
better
they're
comparison,
fun. They're
yeah.
fun. They're good.
Yeah.
They're good.
Oh, you know who
I tell
wants
you
to
what,
be in
to-
this
to-
conversation?
Who?
You know, one person that desperately wants us to say his name,
Who?
The Rock. And it's not happening.
No.
Because you know he's just the same.
The
old.
Rock
But he
has
wishes
really-
he was that caliber. He wishes.
The Rock has so disappointed me the last couple of years.
He's going to be
Do
Black
you remember
Adam.
when he did? Do you remember when he did? Do you remember when he did Walking Tall?
Yeah, I
That was
love
great.
that.
I love Walking Tall.
So
It's
look
great.
at the last like couple years how shit all these movies are. Shit.
Baywatch. Fucking hell.
This one's kind of entertaining. Shit, kind of entertaining.
I don't know.
Snitch, kind of entertaining.
Wow, you're talking about your man crush too, so you know these are
I
bad
know,
films.
but I just like nothing. It's like back earlier was better though. Like Walking Tall,
Walking Tall, Gridiron Gang.
Great Iron
I
Gang,
didn't even mind Doom.
Rundown.
Because he had Carl Urban.
Yeah, he started off like good with these early ones, and then they just kind of went way too like Hollywood.
He just took the check, mate. He just took the check.
Wasn't
Yeah,
he getting
he really
like?
did.
But wasn't he getting like 20 mil a movie at one point? Like he was in the A
At one
list.
point, he was the highest paid.
Yeah, he's like an
Yeah.
A-list fucking actor, man. Because I think his draw is more international than the other
It's his
guys.
business as well. Like everything he promotes sells.
Interesting.
Bastard.
All right. So your guys' homework.
Bastard.
Your homework is to watch
King Richard.
King Richard.
I can do that.
Do you ever see yourself bringing in more regular guests or just rotating the crew? Not sure what that means. Like other
We have
bodybuilders.
real bodybuilding podcasts. Yeah.
We just brought in Samson. Samson's now
Yeah.
in the.
And the last
Yeah.
one I brought in Jose. So there you go. But James is right. I have the real bodybuilding podcast, and that's where I
The real
I can't even fucking speak anymore. If you sabotaged a competitor by changing their posing music, what song would you choose?
I'm a Barbie girl, but Aqua.
Samson could still pull it off.
Oh, God.
Samson, can you pose to any song possible? Any song? Can you make it work?
No.
No?
You got limits, man. No. I mean, imagine that. Imagine a Spice Girl song where something comes up and you like it's hardcore bodybuilder walking into that. Oh, God, you just.
But
Hey,
you're
this is
not.
a good Spice Girls song.
But wait a minute. I don't. Okay, this is a little bit of a fucked up thing I want to ask you. So you're 330 fucking pounds almost, and
Yeah.
you're definitely a hardcore bodybuilder. But I don't think people see you as a hardcore bodybuilder. Does that bother you?
No, not really.
Because I think when you're more aesthetic, looked at in the same vein as someone else.
Yeah.
Like James has got that like rugged physique, so he's looked at as hardcore. Whereas your
basically, if you're an ugly fuck like me, you're hardcore.
No, I'm just saying, if you have a pretty physique, you're not always like, it's not synonymous with hardcore, is what I'm saying. Ben, is that totally off, or is that, you think it's accurate?
Really? I don't think so.
Trying to think historically as well, and I don't want to go the racist route with it, but Ronnie's like hardcore, but then outside of that,
like when you think of Flex Wheeler, you think of Chris Cormier, you think of like
Levroni,
Dexter Jackson, you don't think of like hardcore.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to.
Phil
that's
Heath.
what I'm trying to think.
I
Yeah,
mean, Kai
that's
Green,
why
because you're too preoccupied with thinking aesthetic.
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
no, it's more the training. Like I think Kai Green you could consider hardcore.
Oh, he trains hard
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
for ages as well.
I'm just trying to think of black guys that I consider hardcore, like the same way I would consider Dorian,
Johnny.
Mike
Johnny.
Francois,
Johnny
Yeah.
Jackson.
Johnny.
it's like, but it's like few and far between. Is what I mean. When you think of that, they do train hard. It's just what the perception is. You know,
But that's what exactly what I'm saying is when you see an aesthetic guy, your perception is not
So
gritty
what's the
hard.
perception of Arabic guys? All machines, oxygen gym,
I don't know.
no free
That's
weights.
You know what I find? It's brown guys are right in the middle everywhere. Their skin colors in the middle. Their fucking training
Aesthetics are in the middle.
that aesthetics are in the middle. Everything's just in the fucking middle.
Do you know what I keep seeing? Like the vascularity of these guys coming out like Q8 is wild. They're always really vascular looking.
I never noticed that.
Have you seen? Do you know what I mean, James? Like you get Ashkenani on stage, and I mean,
There's different vascularity. I wonder if
think-
that comes with like the temperature of the country. Like,
Do you think the black guys are less vascular?
Oh yeah.
They seem it, right? Yeah, it seems that way.
Do you think that's a skin texture thing or a skin color thing?
It must be texture thing. I think it's more texture than color thing.
Yeah, because outside of like Paul Dillette, I can't think
There
of
was-
like a really veiny fucking black
the
guy.
only black guy that was really vascular was Leo Ingram. Do you remember?
Yeah, Leo Ingram.
He was pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else.
It's because, like you say, you have Branch and you have Johnny, both trained together, same style. But then you look at the end result. Johnny had really nice, clean, round bellies, and Branch is rugged and vascular.
Yeah, it must be the texture of the skin, the thickness, the collagen.
No, do you know what it probably is? It's probably because white people got bad blood pressure.
What is this? Why
We're not healthy.
Why were you all so shocked when Bundy showed up and killed Texas? He didn't.
Bundy looked good.
Listen, I featured Bundy on the show like before Texas. I thought he looked awesome.
He
I
did
really
look
like
good. He did look
I really
very
like
good.
Bundy's physique. I think he just needs more back because when he does his front double, he's got a long torso because his lats don't kind of hang down, and that throws off his front double because his torso looks so long. And then from the back, it's the same thing. His back just needs way more depth. But I think he fucking looks great. He's a big guy. He's tall. He's got small waist. He just needs.
He's pretty new on the scene, right? He turned pro in 2020, so he'll be there and thereabout in the years to come.
It's funny, you know.
He's good.
People's
Texas showed us a lot of good physiques, I have to say.
It's funny. People's fans comment here, and they get mad at us for not mentioning their favorite bodybuilder in a certain light, and I'm like, sorry.
Can't mention everybody.
I know. Thoughts on age gaps in relationships and what difference is too much. I ask as I believe Guy and his partner are quite a bit different, but the rest of the guys seem to be the same age as their partners. So wondered about different perspectives for this. Biggest age
Guy
gap.
just punches.
Huh?
Guy's just punching. He's just lucky. He takes the risks. He's punching.
Always dated older women. Always.
Who? Guy did?
I've always dated older women. When I was 21, my girlfriend was 35.
I've always dated exactly my age. That's funny. I never thought
Same.
about that.
Same.
I always went older. Always.
What's the matter? You got to go out? 1 second. I got to let my dog out of the room.
Yeah, mine's always been the same age, Ben.
Yeah,
I don't know. Not even deliberately. Not even deliberately.
Oh no, I never did anything deliberately. It's just how I think they were hunting and be like, how old are you?
You're hanging out in the old people's
How
clubs.
old are you? Fuck off. I think
Clubbing before you should have.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Maybe.
So what did we come to? Samson, you're dating older or younger?
Older.
Always or no?
I don't know. I just never thought about it. My missus is older than me though. Yeah.
All my significant relationships were the same age.
I don't think I've ever dated anyone with the same age as me ever. They've always been quite a bit older.
Maybe you have a mommy.
Denise is the closest. Denise is the closest to me, and she's 4 years older.
What'd you say, James?
James, have you watched The Boys?
I should have said, "Let me have your milk," but I was like, "Milk me."
James, have you seen?
I'm thinking of Homelander from The Boys.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I'll say
I'm
The
thinking of
Boys and
Homelander,
Homelander, and he milks the cow.
That actually makes a lot of sense, Ben.
Oh no.
What?
You have a mommy complex.
Because I'm a superhero. Because I'm a superhero. Is that what
No,
you're saying?
I'm saying now that I think about it, because I know you, I'm like, that makes sense.
Why do I have a mommy complex? What is a mommy? What the fuck's a mommy complex?
You just want to be
Just like
taken
mums.
care. You want to be taken care of. You want to be like.
No, I hate hurrying up on my
No,
shit. It drives me
no.
fucking nuts.
I don't believe.
I clean up the whole kitchen. You've seen me in my kitchen.
I'm not
chilling
talking
shit.
about physically taken care of. You like the coddling.
No, I fucking don't. No, I don't.
We're trying to work.
I tell you what I do like. I like not having to have to fucking look after a young, immature fucking girl all the time. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I can see that. I can see that.
Like a woman that has her shit together, has her own career and her own thing going on, and just latch on to what I'm doing and wants to be my shadow. Fuck that. I don't want that.
Yeah, needy sucks.
Oh.
Oh, I can't do that. I couldn't do that. I'd fucking leave straight away.
James, you definitely couldn't handle a needy chick. You're the most like.
Oh,
You're the most like leave me the fuck alone person I know.
I know. I'm terrible.
What you told us on the circles the other day.
Let me tell you.
I don't even know if I can repeat it, but
Yeah, you can. You put it out on Circles. Wait, Circles is public too.
yeah, there's a lot less people watching. He said something about 5 years, and I was like, "Oh my god, 5 years!" And James, you can tell it if you want, if you remember.
I can't even honestly, dude. You say it because I can't remember.
James says he hasn't taken care of the missus in 5 years.
No,
What do you mean take care?
what with this?
Yes,
Yeah, I
taking
can't
care
be
of.
fucked. Yeah, I can't. I don't know if it's 5. It's not 5 years, but it's a long time.
Oh man.
I feel so bad for
Can't be
you.
asked.
Do
Can't be
it.
asked.
That's long.
Oh,
I go
You're
through
it.
phases. I go through phases. When I'm high, then I'm all about it.
I'm every time.
Bro.
Yeah, but most of the time I'm
Only thing
high
putting in
now,
this
so
Ben and
it is
Jerry's
every
on Sunday.
time.
What'd you say, James?
Fuck that. So the only thing I'm putting in this is Ben and Jerry's on a Sunday.
oh dude.
Really? How about you, Samson?
Yeah, I can't be asked. I used to love it. I used to do it all the time. I used to make a big effort and do it and be like, "Yeah, come on, fucking wriggle, you bastard." Now I'm like, I couldn't think of anything more long. I just want to go straight in.
I used to make a big effort. Now I don't care anymore.
No, at all. I don't. I used to make such an effort.
Oh, you know what? You don't need to hear that.
Go ahead, Samson.
Of course, he really doesn't want his missus to hear that.
Yeah. What about you?
Of course, you make an effort.
So I have one. There's one caveat, James. Is she still happy with the other way, or are you just not making her happy? Period.
No, listen. This does the job when it has to do the job.
Okay.
I spontaneously put in a shift the other night.
Was it sixth gear again? Did you give it a sixth? Was it fifth gear or sixth gear?
It wasn't sixth, but it was all right. It wasn't too bad for me being 4 weeks or whatever out, 5 weeks out.
I spontaneously put in a shift.
But you know the problem with me? The problem with me, and she'll tell you this, is I never ask. I'll lay there because I'm in prep. Yeah, I'll lay there with this like super hard cock, and I'll just say, "My cock's hard." and then I'm awaiting her to say, "Okay, do you want to do something with it?" So I'm like, just waiting. If she stays silent, nothing happens. I'm terrible. Like, you have to actually, if you want something, you have to do something about it. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah. I'm kind of the same with that. I'll be like waiting for her. I'm like,
I kind of just, Ben, I just want to get into bed and I want to just nudge her so she looks at it and goes, "Oh, it's hard."
Yeah, that would be nice.
Oh,
But
I kind of expand it, but I expect a woman to look at a hard cock and be immediately turned on.
Well, because that's what you would do. Like if your girl was like sitting there playing with herself, you'd be like, I got to jump in.
Bro, if I see the legs are open and it's like there's like a come in sign, I'm going in.
Yeah.
I do
But
it
women are a
sometimes.
bit different.
If we're getting in the shower, like I'll get in the shower, she's already ready for bed, and I'm like in the shower, and I'll make sure I get a semi on. I'm like, okay, I'm going out there, so I'll get a little rub on. I'll be like this, and then I'll try myself real quick and walk in there, be like, right, we're good to go. Come on, let's go. I'll do a little pre-warm up in the shower for sure.
I think I'm a woman's worst dream. No wonder that no one ever pays me any attention. It's all good. It's good for Yannicka.
Poor Yannicka. You got such a good woman.
No, but the good thing about that is that she knows that now, because of the way I am, no one's ever going to come onto me. So she's safe. She's got me.
Yeah, good for her.
Because I'm not a catch.
I was a lazy fucker. I've got him. Don't worry, he ain't going anyway. He's too lazy.
Exactly. So she's like, sweet, I've got him. He helps me financially. He looks after the house. He's all right.
He's such a what the fuck? Dude, you're so like, it's so calculated. I look after the house. I get my dick rubbed once a month. I'm happy.
So the bills are shared. I pay for her food a lot of the time. It's all good.
All right.
I'm happy.
Do you guys like women clean shaven or with a bush like old porn stars?
Clean.
I need a little bit of hair, like a little landing strip or something.
Do you?
I prefer that. I would prefer that. Yeah.
I have asked for the bush and been turned down.
You want the bush?
Yeah.
Wait, you get like Velcro, like you get stuck on it.
I want a little bit something different every once in a while, man. I've been married for 16 years. Let's fucking spice it up a bit.
You want to rustle through them?
Yeah. I don't want it like everywhere. Just on top.
Yeah, you don't want it down the sides. Down the sides.
No, on top. I want like a little bit a little afro there.
Cushion,
a flat top.
Cushion for the push.
A little flat top. Just
so you guys like clean? Nothing?
Yeah, clean.
Nothing. Samson, nothing.
Nothing.
James, a little something.
I don't mind clean, but I do look at a vagina and I think to myself, I would rather you cover yourself up a little bit, love. Do you know what I mean? Just a little bit, like, because it's like, I don't know, I'd rather a head that's got a bit of stubble than no stubble.
Yeah. I like something. Okay. So the bush thing is just a novelty, but I don't like completely bare.
I thought you were going to say the bush thing is like the bush is an Arabic thing. See what we do. I had to go there.
Why do my balls fall asleep on the bike after 30 minutes to an hour of using it? Because all the nerves are in
pushing
your
on your fucking chode, mate.
Yeah. All right. We'll do a couple more and then we'll go. You're stuck at McDonald's and can only leave after you've eaten 24 Big Macs. How long are you there for? That's a long fucking time. 24?
24 minutes. 24 minutes.
Yeah. The G's 4 weeks out, so I'm sure it'd be 24
right
minutes.
Now he thinks, yeah.
All right. Oh, do you know what? If I get this weekend, when I next get a meal off thing, because I can eat whatever I want.
Yeah.
I might just do a little fucking challenge and just show you what's what.
Well, I will match whatever you do.
Okay.
No, you stop it. You told me you were getting shredded for the Olympics.
Like, I'm going to be 240 by the end of the month.
I'm doing the same plan James is doing once a week.
You were supposed to do the same plan I was doing.
But your plan's like cheating every night.
No, it's not.
I'm going to do the plan James is doing. I like it. Once a week, we just go all
I like that plan more.
Your plan was cheating every night.
I'm retired. I don't have a plan. Fuck you guys.
I'll be honest. I probably won't do it because I'll probably just eat things I fancy eating, but I might just do a calorie workout for you and say, hey, this is how many calories you need to eat.
What do you fancy the most?
Probably, I do fancy a curry this weekend. I had a curry last weekend.
I'm shocked how much you guys love Indian food.
God, I miss
it's gotta be a British
curry, man.
Yeah, because it's not real Indian. It's not. It's English Indian. It's just creamy and shit.
Yeah, I can't wait to get back and have one.
Samson, do you like Indian food?
I'm not.
Huh?
I'm the only British guy that probably doesn't. I don't.
Yeah, I'm not a big.
What do you like, Samson?
Papa John's.
Yeah, that's now we're talking.
Pizza.
Now we're talking.
You're pizza. A Jamie Johal, fellow Jamie Johal.
Me and I'm a
Samson
guy.
can eat together, man. We do pizza, wings, and then ice cream to wash it all down.
100%.
I do naan bread, Peshwari naan, chicken tikka masala, vegetable biryani rice, samosas, lamb, bang.
It sounds so fucking fancy.
I'm there. It's such
Couple
a
of Ben
good.
and Jerry's.
I used to get that on a takeaway. I used to get the takeaway ordered. That would be my cheat.
It sounds like all that spices will make you shit your pants.
It's not spicy because it's the
No,
British
you
one.
just have you just shit your pants at anything though. Like you have a fucking if it's not chicken and rice, you shit your pants.
Oh,
so it
sorry.
doesn't
I fucking
count.
sorry because I don't leave my food out overnight and then eat it. You fucking disgusting motherfuckers.
You're the
All
one
right.
with the sensitive stomach, not us.
Would you rather have every time you trained always feel and walk like you have swamp ass, or every time you talk it smells and tastes like hot dog breath?
Swamp ass.
I don't even know what these things are fucking. It's so strange.
I'm trying to understand what they are because I kind of get it, but I kind of don't.
Would
Well,
you
you got
rather
sweaty crack, sweaty butt crack, or bad breath, basically.
have?
Well, I got a shitty bum anyway, so might as well just deal with that.
No. Oh, here's a good one. Get pegged by your wife or girlfriend, or watch her get banged by someone on the podcast.
Pegged. Let her fucking
Get
go at
pegged.
me.
Come on. We're all going to get pegged, aren't we?
Maybe.
My wife gives me a little tickle anyway.
Maybe, unless you just fancy seeing one of us lot, you know. Fuck, you know. Someone might have a secret little fetish for that.
Yeah, that's not even a good one because it's not even close. It's not even. I'm not sure.
How do you mean it's not close? I don't want to get banged.
You
with
and
fucking-
you and your wife, or your wife gets banged by someone off.
I know, but I don't want my wife to bang me with a fucking dildo.
It's not even close, Fouad.
It is close. There's definitely a thought process there.
There's no thought process.
I
for me.
didn't feel like that
Absolute
was very
period.
close. I won't.
There
lie.
was no hesitation on my part whatsoever.
There's small hesitation. I didn't say you're not
I was
right.
trying to protect my
Samson,
missus.
Samson's gonna plow your missus.
No,
or you get.
I get to pick. It says I get to pick who the person is. Samson's not going to
Okay,
get picked.
Guy, Ian, James, me, Samson get to bang your missus, or you get to be alone with your wife.
I
and
didn't say
you
you're
can lube
wrong.
up
I
the
just said it's not clear cut. You could definitely be like, maybe.
That's
It's
clear
not
cut.
that-
Not clear cut.
Wait, you guys are clear cut, right?
Yeah, that's good.
I feel like it's clear cut.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Just
The only way it wouldn't be
on the
clear
same
cut
page.
is if I fancied one of you lot.
No,
I think Fouad's getting us into a little fantasy he's got
Yeah.
going on here.
fucking assholes.
Are you trying to tell us something? Fouad?
Yes. I'm trying to tell you guys. I like to watch. Yes, I'm a cuck. What is the best post-sex meal? Water.
Curry.
No.
Curry and ice cream. You haven't even had it. You don't know. Or
All right.
pizza would be good actually. Post-sex pizza and ice cream. That could work too. I've done that.
What? If Samson grows a back like Dorian, but can he ever get his glutes fully striated? Does he win an Olympia? Samson, do you think the fact that your glutes aren't striated is the problem?
I think so. I mean, we're trying something this year to hopefully see if it work.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll find out. But that's something that bothers me so much, man.
I know. You've talked to me about this. Is it a skin? Do you think it's a skin texture thing, or do you think it's a conditioning thing?
I don't know. I think the skin is just everything because if you look at my back shot, like the hamstrings are completely torn up.
Yeah.
But it stops right there. It doesn't carry on to the glutes. So, I mean, I think we'll try something different to see if that changes it. But
Who are
I
there?
think some of this is genetic because if you look at my friend of mine, Kuba, I've seen him very, very lean, but he doesn't actually get straight glutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just going to say, is there bodybuilders you can think of? Because I know there's some that were always shredded, but their glutes never got like striated. Like if you look at Ian's a good example. Ian's
Yeah, they're not like
yeah.
Yeah.
Ian's shredded and he's
they're
hard
not
as
like
fuck.
Flex Lewis.
Yeah, but he doesn't have striated glutes. But he's definitely like seriously in shape. So yeah, I don't know.
I think it is genetic.
One of my fears with, like, say for Samson in this instance is you chase getting the glutes striated at the expense of losing like the roundness and fullness of his upper body that sets him apart on some shots, you know. And I found that I was seeing that a lot when it became the new thing. Everyone was like, well, he's not in shape if his glutes aren't in. And I'm like, that's okay, but then the whole look does matter. Just having glutes in or hamstrings in is only one aspect of what you're getting judged on, and just having your glutes in at the expense of everything else is not bodybuilding.
Yeah, I agree with you. But the problem is, if two guys are both big and both full and both conditioned, and one has more detail, whether it be in the glutes or anywhere else, the detail is going to be the separating factor.
But for some people, that might be just a genetic component, you know.
But that means your genetics are going to help you win, is what I'm saying. Like,
no, and that's what I mean. So not everyone is genetically able to be a pro or be a good pro or be a Mr. Olympia. You know,
because if you look at, I remember one year there was one year Sean Roden did the Olympia, and it wasn't the year he won. It was like the year before, I think. And the amount of detail in his physique, I don't think I had ever seen before. It was like
when he had hair.
Huh?
Is when he had the hair in it.
It might have been. It was like the level of detail just in his like serratus.
This the 15. When was this? The 15 of them? Was it the 15 of them?
I think it's 15.
When did he win? 17 or 18? 18. So yeah, it must have been 16 or 17. It was one of those years.
But I think 15 was his next best look.
There was I can't remember what year, man. Honestly, I just remember there was one year.
15 is the one, isn't 15 the one where he was ahead after prejudging, right? Was it that one?
No, that one was Dexter. There was one Dexter 15, isn't it? Between Dexter and Phil. I mean, Phil and Dexter for 15, and Sean Roden was there.
I know, it's like there was a year where he was just like everything was just so poppy.
I just remember watching him one year on a live stream and thinking to myself, I've never seen that much detail on a bodybuilder.
It's when he kneeled down and did the side leg as well.
This is the 2015 Olympia. I mean, these pictures are not doing justice to what I was seeing that day, but like, yeah.
That's really tough.
Anyway, that level of detail is partially genetic. So I'm like, if somebody, that's all I'm saying is if two guys are full, hard, conditioned, and the genetic difference is that one is more striated, that could be the difference in that person winning. So
there's a lot of times when you get up to the Olympia and it's 1, 2, and 3, and it comes down to the genetic differences, right?
Yeah.
The guys are all working just as hard, dieting just as hard. They're all putting the work in, and it's genetics that separates the 1, 2, and 3, you know?
Yeah. All right, boys. It's been a couple hours. Samson, thank you for coming on and gracing us with your time.
Good to see you, Samson.
Likewise, mate.
James, thanks for sitting through on your prep.
It's all good, bro.
Ben,
thank you for having me.
I'll see you
Ben, just fuck you.
I'm just joking. I love you, Ben.
That's right.
All right, boys. We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Okay, guys.
Take care, gents.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and like the video. And if you get a chance, check out the description for all the different links to all the different places you can find Hostile and myself. And lastly, check out hostile.com for our new line of supplements and all of our apparel and gear. Thanks again for watching.